All right, guys, welcome back, everybody. Let me pop that back open here. There we go. Welcome back. We're gonna talk about chapter 1016 again. Uh, had some it was a good chapter, I think. I don't know what were your thoughts, Adam?
Well, thoughts about what? Just the chapter?
Yeah, dude.
I thought this was a pretty good chapter.
Yeah.
Concur.
Okay. All right.
Well, I'll get into it more when we go more in depth. So
Yeah. Are we stalling for Bean or are we just going into it?
No, let's just go into it. We can talk about the cover page here. It's Zoro and the cat.
yeah, this seemed like an odd cover page.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why Zoro of all people being a ninja? I thought it would be you could be like Raizo or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Usopp being doing this pose on the cover of like 91. So it's
Oh,
like,
true. You're right.
yeah,
I guess he just stuck with the fan request. The fan likes Zoro. That's all.
yeah,
Zolo. Sorry.
Yeah, this is a
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this one was so weird. This chapter did feel a little short, Charles. But it was good.
How many pages is it? It's like normal page.
Yeah, it's same as always, pretty much. But got a lot of focus on
Actually, it's only 14 pages of chapter, and then the 15th is the cover page, so it was short. That's weird.
Hmm.
Oh no, Zoda's sick.
All right, yeah. Let's just go to the first page. So we finally get to look back at the flower capital. Seems like nobody's aware yet of Onigashima coming. They are just really loud.
Yeah, I wonder if they can see it.
Maybe not.
Probably, yeah, probably not. It's probably just like a speck in the sky. They probably can't even see what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, you could see planes like way up. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's just too far away. Like it's too far to the, south or whatever.
Yeah,
This
true,
time.
true.
Yeah.
Good point, good point.
And they're all
This
distracted
entire
too. So.
this entire first like scene right here is like kind of like bittersweet, bro. Like we know what's coming, and they're just like they're having good time. That the fucking conversation between um Tengu boy that I forgot the name of somehow.
Sukiyaki.
Yeah, yeah,
Sukiyaki
Sukiyaki.
and yeah. And Otoko is pretty touching.
It is touching. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
nice
I just see.
that she's, you know, yeah, it's just nice. It's like it feels like it's kind of feels like the festival is just like perfect timing for Yasu. Like already, you just get this big celebration like this. It seems like also I got the impression that she'd actually never been to this, like this the fire festival. Like it was her first time.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm not sure why she wouldn't have though. You think like everyone in Wano does.
It's too broke.
Yeah,
I don't know. It does seem like everyone goes. Like they just
Yeah,
allow
it seems like
people.
the broke people go as well.
I wonder if like the past ones they've still had like the guards there, or if they always go to Onigashima for like this day. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, it's good. I like it. The mention of her dad and stuff. Nice.
yeah. I'm sad that it seems that it's confirmed that Hitetsu is not a Tengu because his wings are not there.
No, they are, aren't they? Or is that
No,
oh, that's like the furs, yeah, the furls of his cape thing.
that's no. I'm pretty sure that's his hair. His
I'm
hair is
talking
just
about
that long.
I'm talking about on the first page of the bottom panel. It looked like wings to me from the back, but then
Oh,
you
okay.
look at the top left and they're obviously not. But yeah, it's nice. I guess he isn't a Tengu, but like fuck it, bro.
Well, yeah,
He's wearing a mask.
he couldn't be a Tengu and Sukiyaki, so you gotta pick one.
True. Good point. Good point. Good
Yeah,
point.
but I mean, he shouldn't have been Sukiyaki, but he is going to be. So it is what it is.
I think it's
Definitely.
fine. But it always fucking does that with the old king. They're always around.
Yeah, dude. It's just like Riku in Dressrosa.
Riku and Dressrosa, the one from
What's his name?
what's it called?
Genghis Khan and Zoe.
Yeah, even
He's like
then
still around even though he doesn't rule
Skypiea
anymore.
they did it as well. The god
Yeah, yeah, true.
always got him coming around. But yeah, good thing. And then we transitioned back to fucking CP0 doing their shit, talking about how the tides are changing quickly and they're surprised and whatnot.
Yeah, this chapter, like compared to the last couple, this felt like a big, like turnaround in the Alliance's favor. We were kind of like looking bad for a while, but obviously we knew this stuff was being worked on and developed, right? Like we knew that like oh like the people got flipped in the main room, like they talk about, and then of course Tama is going. I like that they're playing the commentators here. Like
Yeah, it's interesting to see like the enemies like speaking about it and shit. Usually it's like like a ally or like a third party that's like kind of combatant. Holy shit! Sorry, I'm hungover. Uh, and they're usually like kind of saying like how crazy the Straw Hats are doing things and whatnot. But these dudes, they're the ones that are fucking speaking about it. I guess it's gonna be a constant thing. I don't even know if they're gonna do anything anymore, bro. Like I can't really tell.
I think CP0 has to capitalize on this in some way. I mean, we're gonna have at least one defeated emperor, possibly two, and I
Yeah,
feel like
one, yeah.
a strike when the time is right. And obviously, that time's not really now because they don't know who's gonna win.
yeah, I want to see what their combat ability actually looks like, cause they you know we know that they're all influential and everything, but we've never seen CP0 actually fight or do anything like that.
Well,
Yeah,
I think the
we've
fact
just seen
that
Lucci.
yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say I think the fact that Lucci is one of them, like
yeah,
kind
I
of makes
forgot
me
about that.
think. Yeah, it kind of makes me think that all of them are strong, like physically.
Yeah, no, oh yeah, I'm goofy, cause I thought yeah, okay. Yeah, he's tough. So they must be. And then we also know like Kaku and what's her name from Whole Cake?
Stussy.
Stussy.
Yeah,
Stussy's
yeah,
strong
exactly.
as
Oh yeah,
well.
and Stussy was tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah, I want to see what they do, dude. They got to get up and take some action at the end of this. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd want them to.
I don't know. Go kick the shit out of Luffy when he gets knocked out at the end of this fight. When he's like,
Captures Luffy.
just go beat him up. I don't know. Kick him when he's down.
I wonder if they
Yeah,
would,
well,
or if they like the reason I'm not sure if they're gonna do that, but rather think that there's a possibility they might not do anything because they might be playing the instead of like instead of being active like within the actual fight. But I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if they just like leave. You know, oh, Straw Hat Luffy and the Alliance have completely defeated Kaido and his forces. Well, that's
Well, what
good
I
enough for
think,
us. You know, this guy's not a big threat. Let's just leave. Like,
yeah,
maybe they
but like,
feel like they wouldn't
okay,
be able
let's,
to do
let's look at
anything.
this hypothetically though. Let's look at this from a certain hypothetical standpoint, right? So, what if there is some like arc later on that involves world government stuff? And then this is like to get you introduced to the characters and like their personalities, and then later on, they come back as like lesser enemies during that world government shit, if that ever happens.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do think we're getting an arc that yeah, you know, they're gonna be taken out at some point.
Like Lucci's obviously gonna come back into play somehow in all of them.
Yeah,
Like there's no Oda's not gonna use them. So
yeah, we'll just have to see, I guess.
yeah, we'll
yeah.
see. Sabo beat Lucci in like 5 seconds, and we'll all be happy.
Okay. Well, if the
Yeah.
movie's canon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. There is that one movie where that one CP0 member gets like a little bit of action, but then I think he just gets his ass
uh,
kicked.
Yeah, they got his
that's
ass.
not even a.
It's one of them
Yeah,
that
it's
are
not
in
even a
this.
movie. It's like a. Yeah, it's like
He's one of these guys, isn't he?
the grunt special. Yeah, it's the guy that got shot by Orochi, I think.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
So maybe he is a scrub.
yeah, I don't know.
Fucking got shot by Orochi, bro. What a scrub.
Anyway, next page though. I'll tell you what, man. I'm actually rooting for Bao Huang. Like,
Really?
What do you
funny.
mean? How are you rooting for her?
I
What do
don't
you
know.
mean by that?
She's so excited. She's like, Yes.
Yeah,
Let's break their spirits. Hooray! I'm just like, I don't know. She's like doing her job, but
Yeah, there's definitely something endearing about that. Yeah,
she's like the enemy's version of Tama or like Otoko.
I could see that.
Yeah, just funny, dude.
You think he's gonna actually fight anymore?
Oh, I don't think so. No. But
Okay.
maybe.
I mean,
Oh,
Usopp's
wait.
pretty up. There's still a chance that because of that he gets someone quote unquote weaker like her to take out or some shit. But then again, he's a sniper. They'll probably do some sniper shit with him instead of having.
I actually think Usopp's gonna help with King is something that I was toying with the idea with, but
Man, I sure
Really?
hope so. But like, technically, like most of his plants will like burn up
just burn.
upon contact. Yeah,
Oh,
unless he has like
true.
some specialized plan versus fire, which would be cool.
I mean,
Um,
he definitely has stuff besides only plants, right?
yeah, like he still has
got
probably
his
the
bombs
dials and
etc.
all his old moves, but
Bring back the shuriken star, like fucking slingshot shit.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
Well, like,
Yeah, I don't know. He's good. He'd be good to kind of play the assist fighting someone who's an aerial combatant. So
yeah,
it'd be cool.
it'd be interesting, but I'm not sure if that'd happen. I feel like Usopp is gonna have something else that he's gonna have to do, and I'm not sure what, to be honest.
yeah,
He's
I'm
gonna
not
like
sure either.
He's gonna shoot like a warning all the way to the flower capital, like a big thing that's like a message, like, "Oh, guys, get out of there." I don't know.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's possible, I guess. He fucking created. Well, he didn't create it, but he shot a painting, bro. So like,
Yeah.
you never know what's gonna fucking happen. Oda's got weird stuff.
Yeah, it is.
He-
It is weird. I love this. Like this bit here with Usopp. He's like, "Oh shit, my weapon that I made is talking. Looks like I just accidentally created sentient life." Oop, well,
Am I really a genius?
yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
Usopp on
goddamn.
Vegapunk's level, dude.
Dude, better than Frankie? Question mark?
Just picturing him in his stupid little like Usopp factory.
Has
that, yeah.
People are fucked up. Zeus is talking. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Zeus talking.
Yeah.
He has your favorite clothing,
Dude,
which I'm sure you were excited about.
that came out, bro. They just put it on the fucking the fucking climate tag.
Yeah, it sort of just came out of nowhere, but that's okay. It doesn't need. It's not that relevant to like being like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like because he extended it, just popped out. I'm not really sure how that works. Maybe, dude, it came out of the top, like because it's open on both sides. That's what happened. It just
Yeah.
plopped out.
What is
But yeah,
His hat, yeah, just his hat.
I'm glad he keeps the hat. And
I'm so glad he
and I'm
keeps
glad that he keeps the cloud too. It's like it's all the things that we were
Yeah.
worried about last time. We were talking about, oh, what's it gonna be? Like, is he still gonna be able to be a cloud, whatever? And it's just both. It's all that. So it's good.
Yeah. And the phrasing later makes it seem like he actually did enter the climate, like become the climate attack instead of just enter it.
yeah, he definitely became the
Yeah.
climate attack.
My
Which is
soul
weird
had
'cause
slipped out of my original body, and then the climate
Baton.
just climate. Yeah.
Do they-
I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. It's funny. I love that he's sticking around. The other thing that this kind of makes me think, because I know we've like toyed with the idea of Big Mom like going down this arc. Like I don't know about dying. I never thought she would die. I wonder what that looks like her powers. Like if she goes
Mhm.
unconscious or something, right? No, they don't. We already know that. Never mind.
Yeah. But if she dies,
If
I
she
still
were to
don't think that
die,
they would
then
go away.
Zeus-
Personally,
You don't think they'd go away either?
I don't know. Because like she already gave the soul, It's not like hers to own anymore, kind of thing. Like if it was, I feel like she'd be able to just recall it anyways.
Yeah,
If that
like
makes sense.
she would just be able to like take Zeus like remotely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she has to grab him to get the soul back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like her ability lets her grab souls, and shit from people. So I guess like the homie is just a person in this case. Like it's already created sentient beings separate from her own ability. and she's able to just grab it because she can grab souls. Is the way I look at it.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think that's how I feel too.
Yeah, but and then we get to the stuff with what's her name, Bao Huang.
Yeah.
We show up. To her.
Tries to tell everyone that Momo's down, but it's just right in the nick of time. Usopp and Nami and Otama show up and stop her from doing so, crushing all morale because they're the MVP.
Dude, Usopp just got clapped, by the way.
I know.
Dude, he's just been getting headbutted left, or he's just been getting hit in all arc this
It's
whole
so
raid.
unfortunate. He's always a fucking punching bag, bro. Let my man live. Leave him alone. Fist in the air. But yeah, so he gets knocked and fucking she's still fucking chasing them after all this time. And there's something weird here. Well, first of all, let's talk about the attack that Zeus does with because he can actually like reshape the climate attack, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm honestly more worried about Nami thinking that her regular climb attack was literally going to do anything to ulti right there. She was just gonna whack her with it, and it was obviously gonna do nothing.
I think she was doing another attack, and Zeus just like
Oh, I could see that.
intervened. Yeah, like he's just doing something. I don't know. Like she was probably about to put out on some weather balls, but
Yeah, she was probably about to like send an attack out. You're right, and then Zeus just kind of did his own thing. Yeah, I like that idea. But yeah, so like that's something we talked about. I was thinking that he wouldn't be able to do anything as the climate attacked. But I think one of you guys mentioned that he'd be able to do stuff like this. So it's good to see confirmation on that. Immediately afterwards.
I mean, as long as he is the climb attack, which he is, it makes sense that he'd be able to morph it in a way. So.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't, so that makes sense. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, so it's cool. It's also cool to see like the banter between Nami and Zeus and shit.
yeah,
I like that.
I like
He's just gonna be
that.
a constant companion to her.
I like how she's just like, "What? I have this annoying weapon." Everyone like the fans like, "Oh shit, this is great," and Nami's just like, "What the hell?"
Hey, don't be mean to Zeus, all right? Zeus is the homie.
Oh, we love Zeus. We love Zeus.
Yeah, we love Zeus here. Zeus is actually the fucking goat. Oh my god, Zeus is better than Usopp.
So Evan, I wish we had gotten Mirage tempo. But other than that, I liked how the fight concluded.
Yeah, I also like how Usopp helped out here. Have we seen him use Sargasso or whatever the fuck it is?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
The creative way to get her apart, just create a fucking mountain of flowers? Question mark between the two.
They look like some kind of vines. I don't know. And yeah, Charles, it's like exactly like Napoleon. Because you know how like Napoleon can stretch and do all that other stuff.
Can he? I never noticed that.
He's a fucking hat and a sword, and he like extends and.
Oh, that's yeah.
And he gives himself a mouth. So yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, he does all kinds of shit. So. Although I think the climate attack's actually better than Napoleon. I think Zeus's form here is just superior.
Facts. And then we get Zeus coming out, and we see the cloud. Lo and behold,
Fluff.
Well, no, almost named Fluff. I love this joke between the two of them, bro.
Zeus was like, "Fuck this name, I'm Zeus."
Yeah, that was like I liked. I read the fans translation first, obviously, but I liked the way that this joke flowed in this more than the fan translation. When in the like immediate cut to Nami saying fluff, I think like in the fan translation she said more than just the word fluff. Like she was like, "Let's see fluff."
No, she was
but
just,
like this.
She said like cotton. And with.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah, she just well she says and then cotton, and this one has ha.
The part.
Well, this one has ha cotton or ha. This one has ha fluff, and then this one has cotton. Or you know what I mean?
It didn't say in the fluff bubble.
No, it didn't.
Okay, that's what I remembered it saying, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I don't know. I fucking love this joke. She just like immediately like, this is it. Make it something cute, and then he's like, "Fuck that shit, dude. I'm
Yeah.
fucking fierce, bro.
I'm Zeus.
I'm Zeus, bro. The mighty fucking right arm of Nami."
Dude, so where? Yeah, seriously, like where is this putting Nami at? If Zeus stays, like she's fucking really strong. Like that is a really good ability. I mean, she has
All the
homing
Straw Hats,
lightning now. That's like
I think all the
upgraded.
Straw Hats are getting like a new upgrade. Like Chopper, we got unveiled that he can last 30 minutes in Monster Point now, for instance.
Yeah.
I think every
Oh
Straw
no,
Hat is gonna have some sort of-
Chopper's gonna need something other than that. Like, Jesus, come on, Chopper. We need you to be able to use your other points while on Monster Point. That's what we need.
Yeah, I like that too. That's sick.
It'd be cool. I
But
would I would like that.
yeah, this was cool though. I don't feel like I definitely don't feel like Evan had said earlier like oh it feels like some people are saying like Zeus did everything. It doesn't feel that way to me because this is just the same. It's the same thing as that she always does. It's just that like it's upgraded. You know what I mean?
Just stronger now, yeah.
But they wanted Nami to like outsmart Ulti and like
Oh yeah, and it was just Zeus
use,
changing
like
directions.
yeah, and it was just Zeus changing directions. Yeah.
I get that. Nami's like fights have always been about outsmarting the opponent for the most part. So it's kind of a bit underwhelming in that regard, I'd say. But I still like it. I mean, anytime Zeus does some cool shit, I'm fucking for it.
Yeah, what Nate said. I don't find him like one dimensional, but I do I want to see other points more. I don't want to like everybody kind of tired of Kung Fu Point. Just gonna be real. I don't
No one
mind
likes
Kung Fu
Point.
Point, but it's yeah, we gotta see some
See,
It's
more.
not interesting.
Yeah, that's why you just need Monster Point, and he can use all the other points. And
I want
even
to
Arm
see him
Point, just
transitioning
mass
between
Arm.
points constantly. I want him to like start an attack with one point and then like transform into the other and continue the attack using that instead and shit. Just like constantly fucking hopping between them.
Dude, he did
feel like that's
really
how it should
his
be.
fight with what's his name? Like it starts with a G.
Gadatsu.
Yeah.
Gadatsu.
That was a really good fight for his points. It was like one of
I
the best
don't know who
fights.
that is.
That's the Skypiea guy that and he even had a
Oh,
fucking
okay.
cover story about him where he fucking fell 1,000
Yeah.
feet.
Gedatsu. Yeah.
I wasn't sure
Yeah.
if you were talking about him or the fucking red fish guy. So I was, a little blank on that one. But yeah. I liked that. That's like Chopper's only fight where he does that like one-on-one, right? Where he's like hopping between abilities and shit. Because he did it
he
versus
doesn't
he did it versus the
waffle.
2v2. He did it versus I guess on his introduction, you're right.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yo, Bean.
Hey,
You're
welcome.
late, bro.
Yeah.
So-
So Ulti gets washed. I wonder if she I think she's down. Like there's no way she gets back up again after like this gets announced, right?
I think there's a way.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Huh,
Not
it's not like
immediately.
there's
She
a-
won't
I
get
think
back
she
up
will eventually.
immediately, but she may, yeah. Because they've been driving home the whole like Zoan regeneration thing for the ancients for a while now, right?
I don't know if they've ever said regeneration. I think we had a conversation about this.
Yeah, their recovery time is supposed to be abnormal because
Oh
ancient
yeah,
Zoan.
but it's not regeneration. It's just like their regular recovery. I don't know.
They're just tough.
Yeah, they like get back up. Not like they heal completely, like
Yeah.
Jack is right now. Yeah.
Yeah, like Jack still beat the fuck up.
Yeah. I'm still sort of sad that page 1 seems to be down for the count. I still think he should get up, but I don't know what he'll do.
Oh no, I think if Ulti gets back up, then Page 1 probably will too. But I don't know.
He
Like
might
at the
get up
same
before
time,
she
this
does.
feels
Oh,
like
yeah, but Bao Huang even says, "Hey, page 1 and Ulti are down." That's sort of like I don't know. That just seems more like Oda talking to the audience, saying, "Hey, these two are going to be out of for the rest of the arc." Is sort of what it
But
seems like.
Yeah,
to
but I
me.
that's
could
how it
also
comes
see
across
a
to me.
situation where like they get up and Ulti's like bantering. He's like, "You really think I'm that weak? I wouldn't get back up," or some shit. And like she's upset about the perception that she got knocked out. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Zeus said like outright, she's tough on the surface, but on the inside she's pulverized from Mama's attack. One lightning blast should do the trick. And then we have Bao Huang saying two of the Toby Roppo are out of the fight. And it's like feels pretty concrete to me. Although Page One, I didn't expect him to be out, but maybe he's just weaker than his sister, little bitch.
Yeah, I was just hoping that we got something a little longer between
Page
Nami
done.
and Usopp and her. So that's why I'm hoping that she gets back up, to be honest. But yeah,
No, yeah, maybe. I think they're gonna get more, just maybe not with those two. There's a lot of like between Nami and Usopp, the way they fight and like their abilities in general, they have a lot of utility, and they're still up and moving around. They're not like knocked out or anything. So I mean,
Mhm.
right, they're doing the Tama stuff right now, and then after this, like there's a lot. I could see actually both of them helping against King because I've been toying with that again. Like Usopp has a lot of air stuff. Zeus with Nami would be perfect as well. Like them having a tag team like in combination with Sanji and whoever else happens to be there and available.
Mhm.
They could do
That'd make the
something
fight
real.
so much easier too.
I mean, think of
Ye-
like
I
what Zeus can do there. I mean, he's homing like seemingly just homing lightning, right? What does King do against that?
I just feel like Oda would rather utilize them in like a non-fight, like not in like a proper like against one of the commanders fight. I feel like he would try to utilize them somewhere else, like use their brains to do some other shit. Like they've got their quote unquote fight already, and now they're just gonna be doing like background shit, like how Usopp after he stopped fighting and gave the fight to Sanji, he started doing sniper shit, and then he like ended up being like emotional support to Luffy and stuff instead of actually like fighting other people himself, kind of one-on-ones and all that. If that makes sense, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like maybe Nami. Usopp can't be done. I hope not. I hope he's not done. Like combat.
Yeah, I
Remembering
mean,
is a good thing. Yeah, that's a good.
yeah, I remember I was
Good point.
talking about before about I really wanted Usopp to get this like super epic snipe on Bao Huang, and he just like does it like just super quick. Like he's like off panel basically. So yeah,
Yeah.
I hope he gets something else.
Also, Barry makes a good point. Page One wasn't using his
Hybrid.
holy shit, I'm blanking on the word hybrid. Yeah, his hybrid form. So I feel like we're definitely gonna see more of him later, just to show that off more, because that's supposed to be like their
He was
strongest
using
form.
his hybrid form.
I mean, I feel like Ulti's never
Was he?
using
No,
her full
he was like
form.
for like the entire time he was using the full form, wasn't he?
No,
on
he's
Yeah,
been
on
phase
this
hybrid
one.
form
on
for the
Onigashima.
entire time. Yeah, on Onigashima, he's been in hybrid form. With like he was in hybrid form chasing the Kome Inu. And then he went to full form when Big Mom came around, and that's when she knocked him out.
Okay. Well, I still think that they're gonna show more of him in full form. I don't know. Could be wrong. I feel like they'd want to show it off more, but maybe not.
Hybrid should be the tankier form, but maybe he'll get like an actual fight with his hybrid form.
Yeah. I feel like Usopp's contribution to this fight, while useful, wasn't as satisfying as I wanted it to be. So that's why I think Page One and Ulti might come back. Because he basically did one thing, besides stalling, of course, earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love Bao Huang panicking here in front of everybody.
Right.
She was great this chapter. She's just a fun little character. I like how she's like Kaido's little messenger bird. I mean, she's not a bird, obviously, but you know,
Yeah.
just that role is funny, and it's funny that someone like that is like seemingly pretty high up in the ranks of his subordinates. Like Bao Huang's kind of just under
She's a headliner.
Kuropo, yeah,
Yeah.
which is funny.
On that same page of her like freaking out and stuff, you notice that Zeus isn't attached to the rod right now in the top panel.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah, but
he can like go completely out.
with the attack. I mean, look at the attack.
Well, yeah, but the
Yeah.
attack had like the like beam behind it, so I figured that would be like the attachment. But clearly we see that he's just in regular cloud form, not attached to anything. So he can leave the rod despite becoming the rod. But I guess since the
It's
clouds
technically
inside the rod is
still-
considered part of it, yeah.
Yeah. I won't
Yeah,
think
it's the
too much
same
about
way.
it.
It's the same way Napoleon can be both the sword and the hat, just depending on what kind of sword Big Mom is.
Yeah,
and,
I
you
can
know.
see that.
Yeah.
I imagine there's a tiny sword inside the hat, and because they can like manipulate their bodies, he makes it a bigger sword whenever it comes around. He just has a fucking little sword inside of the hat.
I
yeah.
hope we get some kind of answer for that. I love Napoleon so much.
Napoleon's my least favorite of the three, but I like him still.
He's just shy. He's a shy boy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
endearing.
It is hilarious how Napoleon he just said nothing like the entire Olin sequence. Like he would just
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
they
shut
pointed
up
it
the
out
whole
too.
time. It's so
I mean,
funny.
we all thought it was because she couldn't use her power or whatever, but no, it was just he was shy.
Yeah,
So it's like-
hilarious. Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, her power doesn't stop just because of that.
So we get like a morale drop for the Beast Pirates here. Even the
Oh, we
Tokyo
got the
Ghoul are-
speed face again.
They're like, no way.
Yeah, they're
Sasaki's like,
they're-
fuck,
they're
dude,
not
Frankie's
happy.
about to fuck me up.
Sasaki's fucking bleeding. Who's bleeding? Black Maria's bleeding. Or like scuffed, maybe not bleeding. Can't hurt a pretty face, right?
Yeah, they're all scuffed up.
Yeah.
And then Usopp captures Bao Huang, and Tama gets to make an announcement here. I wonder what her order
enough.
is specifically going to be, though.
Oh yeah, they didn't show it. You're right.
Yeah.
not- Like help the Straw Hat Alliance or something. I don't know what else it could really be.
I just
But
wonder
it could-
if she
it could
has
be
like a more
specific,
clever
too.
plan.
Yeah, like it could be like a specific thing that she has in mind, which I think would be more interesting than just help the Straw Hats, and more like it would hit more as a moment to me. So if
Yeah,
it's just like help the Straw Hats, it's like okay, this is just to get across to everyone.
dude,
but-
if Evan, that would just be a
Yeah, that makes
waste.
sense.
Send all the gifters after the person who can just kill them all.
Yeah, and also she's not gonna send them against Olin. She probably still likes Olin, sort of. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
She's just a little nervous or whatever, but she'd still be nice. You know what I mean?
I mean, Big
Tama,
Mom did try to kill her. I don't know.
I think she'd find it in her heart to forgive her.
Yeah,
Tama's
probably.
too pure.
Too sweet.
Yeah, for the shadow figure, it's probably Hiyori, the recent one. And the old.
Was there
one,
another shadow?
The old.
Oh,
one
oh,
might
that
have-
one.
might have been Tama, or Caribou. So.
Yeah. I think Caribou's gonna come back into play eventually, but I don't think he was the shadow.
He's gotta do
No,
something.
I think it was
I'm
Hiyori.
telling you, like we always throw out the like Chekhov's gun shit, but that moment where he learned about Poseidon, that has to come back up at some point. I don't know how, but
Yeah.
It's so surprising he didn't try to sell that off to Kaido for some freedom.
Well, Caribou could have just gone under Kaido for freedom. He could have just done the entire purpose of the prison, which is to like accept being under Kaido.
yeah, maybe.
But he clearly
had
didn't
a-
because he became a good dude.
He might have like legitimately had a change of heart from that one grandma in his cover story.
He's just a good guy now. Caribou's
He might actually be changed, and then like he never sells the information or whatever. You know?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
honestly been backing that. I think he did have not like he's a totally good guy, but he's just less of an ass now.
he's more like empathetic and stuff, I'd say, than he
Yeah.
was before. Which is like a huge character change. Which is like insane.
Yeah,
Like he was the scumbag for
yeah,
a
I
while.
know. He was like, yeah. I mean, you remember his introduction? He just like he goes out of his way to like brutally murder that marine.
Yeah, and then he like steals mermaids and stuff and all that shit just for money.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he hasn't changed too much. We'll see if he gets any focus like.
So
that.
do you guys think that he actually will eventually tell somebody about Poseidon, or do you think?
Yeah, I do.
But who?
I don't know.
It's-
Maybe
it's-
he just like learned his lesson when he got his shit kicked in by Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji when they went and found him that one time.
Maybe.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that was before actually the Poseidon reveal, like just before, if I remember correctly.
No, that was after.
Yeah, it was-
because he went to go kidnap Shirahoshi because he learned about Poseidon.
Yeah, and then that's when. Oh no. Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah, then that's when
yeah,
Zoro,
that's right.
Luffy, and everyone. yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway,
But yeah, I do feel like he could have told Kaido, and then he probably been a headliner, got headliner status or something, but he didn't. So we'll see.
Yeah.
well, anyway.
And yeah, I was also I actually don't like the chapter title. I felt like Otama should have given the whatever she was gonna say in this chapter if Oda wanted it to be the title of the chapter. I just don't feel like it's fitting.
I think Oda just liked having Tama like stutter over the loudspeaker, and that's why he called the chapter that. I don't know. That's my guess. I like that
What?
too. It's funny
Oh yeah.
because she's like nervous, like talking to a whole bunch of people, and it's like, "It's me, Otama." And it's like no one knows who the fuck that is. Like most of these people. But
She's so
Otama-
nervous. She's hyperventilating too.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she's
The Huffa.
she's
Well,
panicking,
then-
yeah.
Taking out Zoro.
And Sanji's the one that goes with Otama. Interesting.
Yeah. That is
Yeah,
interesting.
he didn't know Otama was there, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. I mean,
mean,
there are other people
I
that
mean,
didn't
but
either.
no, but just picking Sanji though was like sort of, I don't know.
Sanji did. I know that it was like Nami's
Like
thing,
Chopper would be like, yeah, make more sense to me at least.
Well, I was gonna say, I know that was like Nami's thing, but didn't Sanji also like have a soft spot for kids or some shit?
No,
Did he not? during,
Sanji wanted to leave all the kids in Punk Hazard until Nami was like, no, we're saving them.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Oh, Sanji a bitch. Sanji a bitch.
Yeah, so Chopper was the one that spent time with Otama on the way to Udon, so I'm surprised it wasn't Chopper in that panel.
Maybe that. Yeah. What is Chopper doing? He's holding down a Zoro, or he's healing Zoro. Yeah.
Yeah, healing Zoro.
Yeah. And we also see a little glimpse of Beppo, by the way, just randomly.
Can
Yeah.
Chopper move right now? But doesn't
He shouldn't be able to. You're right.
No, he's still in
no,
Monster
he's
Point.
still in Monster Point right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
10
have to
minutes left.
somehow heal Zoro in Monster Point when his like fingers are
No,
the
no,
size
he's
of
not.
Zoro.
He's not in Monster. Is he? No.
He's not.
Didn't he get
Pretty
get
sure.
out of it the last chapter?
He might have. but he's not supposed to be able to move after Monster Point.
Last chapter, no, because he had like 10 minutes left last chapter.
Oh, I don't know. Okay. Sorry.
But he also had the Minx with him, so he can just like pull a lot.
Yeah, he's still in Monster Point.
Gotcha. All right.
Or at least the last time we see him, he is.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this next page because this is
Yeah.
probably the biggest part of the chapter. Pretty much everybody is saying this is confirmation of Yamato joining the crew.
I don't want more.
I mean, there's gonna have to be either something that the only thing that I can really see that would change Yamato's mind is if Momo like inspires them to stay on Wano. Like that would be like literally the only way I could see them staying.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's not confirmation, only because Yamato's been saying this since her introduction.
She hasn't
Like-
said she wants to go out to sea with Luffy as like a declaration or anything though. She just said she
Yeah.
wants to go out to sea.
Yeah, she said in tradition she'd have to sail with Luffy specifically because that's like what Ace or Oden would have done.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. But yeah, this is all like this is nothing new. This is just her restating it. So I don't think this is confirmation or anything, but I do think she's gonna end up at least sailing to Lapto with them.
Yeah, I'd be happy, super hot if Yamato joins the crew.
I wouldn't be. I like Yamato.
Yamato's like
but
Yamato's like, bam, I'm gonna become the number 2 vice fucking captain. That's the whole reason why Oda has not called Zoro the vice captain is so that he can make Yamato the vice captain, and that must be it.
Oh, that would make people mad. Woo! I kind of want to see that actually. Nah, but I was thinking about it, and Yamato has a lot of similarities with how Jinbei was before joining the crew. Like working under a Yonko and then like declaring to the Yonko like their intentions to join Luffy.
And that they couldn't join until after their like sort of obligation and so to speak was
Yeah,
done.
like they
And
were-
I guess her obligation is getting Kaido out of Wano.
Yeah. And then this other line, dude. This is the big one for me. When Kaido says, "Don't think I'm leaving for anywhere else, Yamato. I'm here because it's Wano." That's a lot of theorizing been going on about that, and
Yeah, he's clearly privy to some poneglyph nonsense.
Poneglyph. Oh, like information on a poneglyph. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
show.
Well, I mean, this is also where they were made.
I'm gonna show my theory. What Yeah, that Wano is actually where the ancient kingdom used to be.
I
don't know about
don't
that.
think so. I definitely do not think
I don't
so.
think that could be true.
Hold on a second.
The fact
Because,
that it's been left untouched by the government I feel like that just can't be true.
well, it's been left untouched because they've defended themselves from the government. The government just can't touch it. It's not like they've chosen not to.
Was that explicitly said?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Ryuma was part of that. Ryuma was like the
Oh,
legendary
you're right.
swordsman who like
Yeah,
you're
that-
fought off
yeah,
the
that's
invaders.
yeah.
Before
That's
Ryuma,
because they haven't tried in a while.
Well, even before Ryuma, Wano's reputation was that it was just unassailable from the government. You know,
It's
before
hard to
we
like
learned
get
that
up. And
Ryuma
shit,
was big. Yeah, what was the big one? But yeah, they wouldn't have tried lately because Kaido, so they really can't do it now.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely something going on with Wano that we don't know yet, and that will be shown very soon, I'd say.
It's probably the second or third most important island in One Piece, I imagine, because it is the birthplace of the Poneglyphs. So like, it's a dead center for whatever happened. It has to be.
Happens to be the exact. It's exactly what Clover said in Ohara. That when he's talking about the ancient kingdom, he talks about them writing the poneglyphs and having an enemy. And like Odin,
So the only
Odin's talks about how Wano used to be open and then it was closed, and it's like, and then the reason, basically in my mind, the reason that it's closed is because you go back and look at what Clover was saying. It's like they had an enemy and they had to close off because they had to defend themselves. Oh,
But doesn't Clover say that they wiped the enemy out?
what's that? No,
That's the only
he
reason
said
that-
he said all the information is like scrubbed. All the information about this kingdom has been relentlessly erased.
But nothing about it being destroyed or overthrown or anything.
No, he doesn't. He says it's probable that these people understood they would be destroyed by the Alliance of Nations, later called the World Government,
Okay.
and they carved the poneglyphs because of that.
You know, that does lend some credit to it. The only reason I was iffy was because you know, Wano is the land of gold and everything, and I think that speaks a lot to where it was in the Void Century. But I thought this whole time Clover was saying they did destroy the kingdom back then, and you know, that was that's just why he couldn't have been Wano. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah. The other thing is like CP0. Orochi talks to them directly, and he's like, "You don't want these borders to be opened up, do you?" They were
Does he?
desperate enough to go buy weapons from them, but they don't want the borders opened. For some reason.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to find that because I don't remember that exact conversation.
That's what he does.
Yeah, I don't recall.
It starts off with,
a reference.
yeah, Guhuhu, you don't want these borders opened up either, do you? I can post the page.
Yeah, just post the page.
But yeah, it's a lot of little things. There's also like Sengoku talking about how all these great figures have close ties to the land of Wano. He brings up Odin, but then he says specifically the land of Wano, like he talks about the island itself, and like all this other stuff. So I don't know. I think it's actually the case, but we'll see. We already know Wano is like obviously directly related to like Void Century shenanigans because we know about like the Kozuki, etc. But yeah,
I was
think it's
thinking
gonna
that
be even
maybe a
more.
Kozuki-
It's like underground is like the remnants of it or some shit. I don't know, but
Well, what about the whole Kingdom of Gold stuff? Because that links back with Chandra, right? Am I right about that? Am I thinking about part of Skypiea? Like they had the whole Kingdom of Gold up there. Do you think there's any connection in that way?
I don't know if
I
the
didn't think
gold
about that.
is gold in a literal sense.
no,
Regarding
it's not
Wano?
necessarily
Well,
that like
Wano was
Wano had a
called
different
Gold,
name.
that's all.
It's like Wano was known to the world as the land of gold, is what he says. So we don't know if it's like, oh, it was literally called the land of gold, or if it was just like, oh, it's the land of gold, Wano, like riches abound, go invade.
Yeah, that's what,
No, I
that's what I
mean,
meant.
it's
Is like
just
when they say
on
gold, do they
the
mean literal gold or do they mean just like riches? Basically. So I'm
I
thinking
can't
it's
really
Richard.
tell. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, that could be a connection. Just a common theme
Yeah,
there.
and
I wasn't thinking like the City of Gold or anything like that, but
there's
you
that.
know, maybe Jack used to be on Wano.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's all that, and then the last thing is like the Kaido talking about Joy Boy, like the other chapter, and then this chapter. I'm here because it's Wano. I'm here specifically, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll learn all about it in the flashback. Like the flashback will tell us why he chose Wano, so obviously we'll learn why Wano is important at that time. Hopefully it's soon.
Hopefully it's next
Now,
chapter.
if this is true, it brings a really interesting new element to the story then Fats, because that would mean that Laugh Tale isn't the ancient kingdom and it's something entirely different now.
I
And a
definitely don't
really
think
com-
Laugh Tale is the ancient kingdom.
Well, that was a really common assumption that it was probably going to be like the ruins of the ancient kingdom or where it used to be, maybe.
I feel like it's too obvious, but maybe that's like a double
Yeah,
throw off.
Roger named it because he was the first one who stepped foot on it in 800 years. That doesn't mean it's not the ancient kingdom.
Yeah, I'm just saying like it's too obvious in regards to like when you think like of an ancient kingdom, it's probably gonna be the like final island
What
type of thing.
what Evan said, because Clover right before he died, he was about to say the name of the ancient kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And then he got shot.
Roger. Yeah, Roger. I mean, he would have just renamed it then, because it had a name before.
That what Evan said isn't that relevant. Roger could have just
Yeah.
given it a new name.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, I don't know. I think the Clover stuff all points at Wano. So that's my theory. I wanted to shill.
Yeah, it's a really interesting one. I never thought about that, but I
I-
hope it comes true now.
I thought of it, and then somebody posted it on the subreddit too, like a way more well organized one. I can actually link it if you want.
I feel like the world government would have completely wiped the ancient kingdom off the map, sort of like God Valley. I don't feel like they would have left it intact like Wano.
What if they just couldn't? They just weren't strong enough.
Yeah.
I mean, they
probably
were
not.
strong enough to take down the ancient kingdom, which
Yeah.
is supposedly on Wano.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
like-
I'd also say if it were the ancient kingdom, I don't think it would be like hard for people to get to in the first place, you know? If that makes sense.
What do you mean?
Like the world government managed to get there in the first place in order to take it down. And like Raftel, Laugh-Tale, whatever, isn't like accessible.
Well, like Fats said, yeah, the Laugh Tale, that's a good point. That's why people thought it was the ancient
Yeah,
kingdom. Maybe
I don't know.
that accessible. But what Fats said kind of helps with that. You know, what if they didn't actually wipe out the ancient kingdom? What if they just tried to scrub history and isolate it? In which case, Wano just grew up, you know, low tech, isolated, no trade, just cut off from the world and couldn't grow with it. You know, it explains why it would be lacking such technology and all that too.
Maybe. I could see it.
Yeah.
It'd just make it'd make like perfect sense, right? Joy Boy, you know, if like we assume like oh Luffy being Joy Boy, and then like the apology that Joy Boy had in like the on the poneglyph, and the link with the Kozuki, and Joy Boy, blah 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 blah. It all kind of lines up. So I'm convinced of it. You know, we'll see. At minimum, I mean, we already know it's like heavily related. So it's either to me it's either that or it's just gonna be something like, you know, they were just like the allies, like the closest ally of the ancient kingdom or whatever. So
Yeah.
That was my original thought. Like maybe a Kozuki went out and helped Joy Boy back then. And
I mean, yeah, we are.
just kinda
I mean,
went
it seems to reason that Toki, who's from the Amatsuki clan, was not living on Wano, and the Amatsuki clan is like one of the closest retainers to the Kozuki, so it just stands to reason that maybe a branch of the Kozuki clan left Wano and joined the Ancient Kingdom. And I mean, some of the retainers probably went also.
You know what? Now that you bring that up, Adam, Toki had never been to Wano.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, I mean like if it's the ancient kingdom, either she wasn't from it and she was just trying to get to it for some reason, or you know, Wano's not actually, and she was trying to go there to, I don't know, pull the next Joy Boy in.
Well, yeah, I'm saying I don't agree. I don't think Wano is the ancient kingdom. And so yeah, I'm against Fats in this regard.
It'd be some meta shit like what Evan just said, like, oh, her parents like sent her off somewhere, knowing that she had the ability to like convey some information or some shit. I don't know. Maybe that's not the case because she doesn't seem.
Or she was like Momonosuke, just born at sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
There are a lot of ways this could reconcile. Honestly, it's a really good theory. It's pretty solid.
Bro, I just had a trippy thought. Toki went into the future, right? That means her devil fruit didn't exist at the time that she left.
Yeah. It's 800 years. It hasn't existed.
Yeah. Yep.
So it just doesn't respawn. It's not. It's like
Yeah. It would just be unusable for 800 years. Yep.
crazy. I just never thought of that. I never connected that. I just nothing really important about it.
Yeah, that's why people try to bring up all these past theories, and they're like, no, Toki had to have used it. It doesn't like randomly respawn, or we're gonna have like multiple users with the same fruit in the same timeline. So no,
Yeah.
stop making these stupid theories.
Or maybe there's multiple fruits. Every time you go to the future, another one spawns. I don't
Yeah,
know, bro.
if One Piece goes down that route, it's gonna be a mess.
There's like 80 fucking people from the past that exist in One Piece.
Right, Evans, like a time. There's like alternate timelines.
God fucking damn it.
God.
But yeah.
Also, we get also I wanted to end the chapter. So we get this final clash between Yamato and Kaido. I take this as confirmation that Yamato does have Conqueror's coding. Otherwise, Kaido would be wiping the floor with her.
I feel like it's at the point where like if your dad had it, you have it. Like at that
Yeah,
point.
I'm sort of getting
yeah.
tired of this familial heritage thing, but it's a thing.
'cause
I can't
Sai
deny it.
Sai doesn't have it, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
or he just
82
didn't unlock it.
Or he just hasn't gone through the necessary trauma to get it.
Exactly,
So it seems
bro.
like it just may be something rarely passed down versus always, you're gonna get it.
Or it's like
But
or it's like if your parent or whatever was like a great person, usually like the characters in One Piece will take after their parents in some way, shape, or form. So like they're more predisposed to be like to have the qualities of a king, I guess, if that makes sense.
yeah, they have that same personality for it. Yeah, I get what
Yeah.
you mean. But I agree that this is probably confirmation that she has it. Or she's really fucking strong. Either like I'm good either way. She'll be a straw hat no matter what. That's where I'm standing.
No.
But yeah, if she joins, I would say that means that she's the second strongest in the crew.
Whoa,
Hey, we
whoa,
don't
whoa,
know that.
whoa, whoa! I think you're forgetting about certain Jinbei.
No, even Wenbei could not stand up to her.
Yeah,
I mean,
she has a
I
devil
think-
fruit. I'm telling you, Jinbei washes everybody.
I think with Enma and with the raid suit, Sanji is stronger than Jinbei. And Zoro.
Of
course. I was focused on Sanji. I'm sorry. I'm just always thinking about him.
You're out of your mind. So is Earl. See,
I don't
Earl,
think
Earl
you were-
agrees with you, Red. That's a red flag.
Oh fuck, you're right. Oh no. No, but I don't know, man. Jinbei's fighting a flying six, and Sanji's fighting a commander. If that doesn't say anything,
mean-
Zoro fought what?
Jinbei's relaxing against the flying six. I don't know.
Alright,
I
bro.
didn't see my boy too stressed out. I don't know, man.
No, I didn't see fucking the flying six member stressed out either. Calm your ass.
Dude. Jinbei, every time
After.
we've seen him, he's just been like talking and like looking away and all this other shit, dude.
Once.
Jinbei's washed.
Once.
I think it was
Once.
actually twice now.
Once.
I don't know.
Uh,
Man.
He got
I think-
speed blitzed in the other one.
Yeah, it was twice. Because when the Hong announcement for Luffy and before when I guess the first
Yeah, but Bean,
No.
we didn't see Jinbei. Jinbei's probably scuffed too, bro. It's not like just because he's scuffed that means Jinbei is winning.
see next chapter, he's just out there clean.
they're gonna have it be like an actual like built up fight. I think this is Jinbei's first fight. It's gonna be a tough one. I think. As a Straw Hat, that is.
Jinbei's just
Maybe,
been vibing
yeah.
this time. See, look at that.
Yeah, that's the only one I can think of. There's no other one that he's just like staring away. I think the
There's-
other one he gets speed blitzed and he's actually like looking stressed during it.
There is another one I remember. That's not even the one I was thinking of. It was like a different one where he's like reacting to the announcement of Luffy. I think. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was,
I'm
2
just
chapters ago.
joking around. I'm like half joking about Jinbei. I just think he's
Yeah.
strong. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think even if Yamato joins, then it's gonna be Zoro and Sanji are still stronger than her if she joins. I think they're
Oh,
well no, because we're
There's, like,
seeing
Sanji could be at this point.
huh?
If she's able to stall out Kaido on her own with his hybrid form and he's using Conquerors, there's no actual way for Sanji to be step into that.
Well,
Like,
Sanji,
Zoro, probably not at that point.
well, like Yamato's like I think physical strength wise, Yamato would probably be stronger, but I'm talking about as like a combatant. And both Yamato and Kaido are like brutes, if that makes sense. So like them going at each other, they're compatible for this type of confrontation, if that makes sense. Sanji's like in fights, he's like wittier, I guess, and whatnot. Like his to beat one of the CP9, instead of like using brute force, he burnt through the armor and shit like that. Like, I don't know. That's how I see it. And Zoro, on the other hand, we didn't get to see him fight Kaido one-on-one. He was getting like the brunt of like double attacks from Big Mom and Kaido and shit. So I feel like Zoro would be able to hold off Kaido as well if he tried.
I don't think Zoro would be able to.
Really?
Yeah.
It also,
Yeah,
we don't know how long
once
Luffy's gonna be
Once
gone.
Kaido would pull out the Conqueror's coding, I think Zoro's swords would break in like fucking like 5 hits probably.
That's possible, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think- I
the
don't
fact
think
that
they'll
if
break,
Yamato
yeah.
has Conquerors, that's like a big boon to her physical strength.
That's really the only thing. Like, if she doesn't have that, I'd be leaning more towards you. I still
Yeah,
think Sanji's
I
still
agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that being said, there's also like Zoro probably dishes out similar strength attacks despite that, just with like Enma and all that. And Sanji, while maybe not doing that, he has the armor of the raid suit and stuff, so he like has a different kind of advantage, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel
will
like
point out though, page 1 was still actually matching him in that raid suit.
matching. I
Yeah.
don't think matching is the right phrase.
Yeah, he actually overpowered him at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, he knocked him away. And then
Yeah.
Sanji took no damage. That's what I'm saying. Is the raid suit has armor. Like it's a
No,
defensive
I'm
thing.
saying just power output wise, if like page 1 was matching him, I wouldn't put him up with like a Yamato in that way. Still.
That once again, I'm talking about like their overall combat capabilities, not like Sanji can kick
Yeah,
harder
that's the
than
thing,
Yamato
is-
can swing her club type thing.
But that usually is what it comes down to for Sanji. Like the Jabra fight was one exception, but it's also the only exception. Every other fight, it's like pure brute strength for him.
Even with Vergo, after he got his leg cracked, he started dodging attacks instead. So it's like I don't know.
I mean, that was like
it's not pure.
game
It's not
changer
pure
kind of.
like. No, it's not like pure brute force though. That's the thing. Whatever the
It's
fight
pretty
requires.
pure brute force.
And now he's got invisibility, so he's more tactical during fights and stuff as well. It's like it's not he's not pure brute force.
Now he's got the gadgets. I mean, it
And he
doesn't
was
come
witty.
down
He
to-
was witty versus Geen by like spitting the fucking cigarette in his eye or whatever the fuck it was. Shit like that.
Oh.
I'm just saying, bro. That's how it be.
I mean, the majority of his fights really do come down to how hard he can kick, though, or how often he can kick, even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
That's what
I'm
everyone's
just saying it. I've been saying it forever. When he uses Diablo Jambe in his raid
Oh my
suit,
fucking
it is gonna get an upgrade. It is gonna be stronger.
Okay.
Just like his
I thought
brothers.
you were
fell in the
going
tunnel.
somewhere else.
No,
with
no,
that.
no, no, no. I'm just saying it's gonna be more damaging and stuff whenever he does use it, just because it's how his brothers do it.
Well, yeah, if he's
It,
Yo, Earl, I don't know when you started becoming smart, bro. That's crazy. Yeesh.
If the raid suit
anybody
gives
want to pop
a
in since we're
boost,
we're
right?
just fucking
Yeah,
power
the
scaling?
chapter's over. You guys can hop in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oren's coming on.
Yo, what's up?
Yo,
What's up, brother?
Skypea sucks, bro.
Yo, mama.
Skypea is dog,
Those Sanji.
bro. He is a dog. Woof woof.
No one else wants to talk.
Yo.
Yeah, something I'm noticing about Kaido this chapter, I'm only just noticing, his teeth don't change much when he's in his hybrid form.
Yeah, just the bangs.
Is that usually what happens with hybrid fruits? Like, did Lucci have that same kind of?
I think he did. Yeah, I think he just had regular human teeth
If I-
when he like grit them.
I think he might have had
Hmm.
fangs too. I don't.
In
I
hybrid?
don't want
You
to
know
say.
what?
Yeah, in hybrid.
Remember,
He
like,
does
that
have
first-
fangs
that
in
first
one
panel we saw?
specifically. I remember.
It's like that first panel we see, right, of him in his hybrid form.
I'm not sure if it was that one or if it's when he's talking about how he's only.
No, he
part of
has
the
regular teeth. I just
Yeah,
pulled
he
it up.
has regular teeth, I think.
Yep. Yep. It's a
Ah,
regular
He doesn't even have
Because
fangs.
he like smiles and like grins a couple times.
Yeah, when he talks, you can see the regular flat teeth.
Man,
Not
that's
that
bad.
one. What's the chapter where he's talking to Spandam and he's like, "I don't need any promotions. I just like kill
Fandom?
people." I'm pretty sure it's
So-
sharpened. On that.
So no, because I think the reason that why his teeth don't sharpen is because fucking every hybrid has like a regular human bottom half of their face, and then the top half is like a luchador mask. So like
True,
Lucci's
true.
is just his regular face, and then he has the top half as the luchador.
It's interesting you bring that up because Yamato's clearly her teeth changed, so she's got something going on.
Well, we don't know
That's
if
why I
she,
mentioned it. Yeah.
if Yamato was changing. We don't know if she was like going into hybrid though.
That's true.
That could have, yeah, she could have just been going into like her full zone.
Full
but
animal. yeah.
Assuming it is even like a zone, of course. We don't know for sure yet.
I think.
Could be some other shit.
I mean, I
It
don't know what
probably
else
will
to
be.
But
yeah.
that's why I
given
brought
that
it up.
Kaido
'cause,
has a fruit, then
Yeah.
Well, maybe her mom was like a transforming race, bro. You know?
Yeah, it could have been. She could have been some weird mutant thing where she gets some Sulon kind of booze.
Yeah, bro. You never
that'd be
know.
cool. Like if it's not a devil fruit, I think it is like pretty much confirmed. But like that'd be so cool if it's just some transformation. From,
Yeah, something she can just turn into.
yeah,
I
You
think it's gonna
can't
be
say
fruit though.
pretty much,
yeah. I think it's a fruit as well.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That fucking the hybrids got that Gucci luchador. Holy shit, goofy luchador shit. I was thinking of Lucci. Kind of
Did you
weird.
say Gucci luchador?
Yeah. God damn it. So, any thoughts on this chapter we never brought up?
There was something interesting I saw. I can't remember who said it or if I like saw it on Twitter or something, but the CP0 page that when they're like, you know how they're doing this Go game, like with the apparently think this is a certain type of formation or pattern or something like that, and it's meant to be like it's called like life or death or something like that. I'll have to fact check that, but is I saw this thing. It was like so CP0 with this formation, and then Otoko and Hitetsu in the Flower Capital talking about the festival is celebrating death, and then I saw people saying like, oh, then we have Yamato versus Kaido at the end. People are like, oh,
Oh,
Is-
you think like Yamato might die? or something?
foreshadowing Yamato's gonna die. Yeah, I don't believe that at all, but something interesting.
Hopefully, then she can't join the crew.
Oh,
Go.
That may actually be a
Why are
way
you
out
so-
of it
Why are
too.
you so against Yamato joining?
I'm against anyone joining.
What
Really?
about
I
Zeus joining?
also think she's too similar to Luffy to like fit the dynamic.
I do agree that she is similar to Luffy. Very much so. We'll see
yeah.
how that goes, but
I
don't
do
know.
very much like Yamato though.
It's also true that Yamato can join the come along and not like be part of the crew and just be like Odin was part of the cruise that he was on. You know what I mean? But it was sort
Temporarily,
of like
kinda.
like a different dynamic, and it could just roll the same way. You know what I mean?
that's fine with me because like we're pretty much going into the end game after Wano. So if she goes to Laugh Tale and she like fights in the final war alongside Luffy, it's good enough for me. It's
What
pretty-
did they call it? When Inu and Neko said that they were on Whitebeard's or Roger's ship or whatever. Didn't they have a certain name for what they were?
Stowaways?
No, they called them like they gave themselves a title that wasn't like crewmate. It was like
It's probably like no, they were just retainers. They were sailing as Odin's retainer.
I guess
on
like
that.
hit on
yeah,
board.
but they were specific. They didn't mention Odin at the time, so they specifically called themselves something of the crew. And I don't remember
You mean
what.
like back? You mean like back in Zoe? Is that what you're talking
Yeah, it was
about?
back in Zoe. Yeah.
Haven't but
Pretty sure they only reference it to Odin. Some should track that down.
Well, we didn't know Odin had gone with Roger at the time. Oh, we did.
Yeah, this was after that whole reveal.
Yeah. I'm gonna find it while we're talking. You guys do your thing.
Yeah,
Ben
just-
So
Seven-
here's how here's how I see it. So Blackbeard's crew is going to have him and 10 captains for the Straw Hats to fight. So that's at least 11, maybe 12 if you count Stronger. So that's like sort of up in the air. Right now they have 11. With with Jinbei they have 10. So
Yeah.
so they need an 11th member at least.
That's
So
Zeus.
no, I don't think Zeus would count in that regard.
Too late.
If you're
Zeus.
counting Stronger, I'm counting Zeus.
no stronger.
No, Stronger can get like his own devil fruit and
Yeah.
become like an actual opponent. So
Are you saying Zeus is not a good opponent?
no, but that's like not so that if you count Zeus as an opponent, then Nami is not an opponent. Then Nami.
Yeah,
opponent.
Nami
Yeah.
is going to be holding the climate tag, whereas Stronger technically could fight on its own, I guess.
You
And
get
then
2v2
Zeus-
sort of thing.
Yeah, but
No,
Nami's
yeah.
going to be holding the climate tags. Like, I guess Zeus can technically have a mind of his own, but
Yeah, I'm sure
I don't think
Nami can still
Stronger's
use the
gonna fight.
climate attack while Zeus is doing shit.
Yeah, regardless, you need at least one more member, whoever you want that to be.
If we make it that linear, yeah, but it could also just not end up being like a 1-to-1 in that way too.
I mean, I feel like this is what Oda has been setting up is like it to be like a 1-to-1 sort of situation.
Yeah, I think it's
I-
just that simple.
Yeah, I expect it to go that way. Because by the time Luffy's fighting Blackbeard, it's gonna be like full on. Like when this arc is over, you know the fifth Emperor shit from Morgan's is going to be like pretty much true. It's
Yeah.
gonna be Luffy 1-on-1 with Blackbeard. No help bullshit. Like it's just gonna be flat out, right? I think that's how that fight's going.
I mean, I
Yeah,
think there is a possible argument for Law to be one of those people. So I guess Law could be this 11th person they need. Because I feel like there's a decent chance that Law would go to Laugh Tail. but I
there's
guess we'll see.
Law, There's Kid, there's the whole fleet.
I mean,
there are a
yeah,
lot of
No.
if Law's there, you could have like Blackbeard's allies there, like Kuzan. You never know. Like
I mean, if we're talking about like the final fight at Laptail, I'm sure everyone is going. So
No, I don't think the fleet's going at all.
I'd
Like ever.
why?
I mean, like why would they go?
at all? Like in the final.
No, like no, they're not going to be wherever Blackbeard is. They're not going to be there.
Okay, they all have Luffy's Viver card. There's no reason for them not to show up if they see he's in trouble, and like they can act.
Well, he's going to be out of trouble when that happens because it's going to take them like a whole month to get there.
Dude, I don't understand like what causes the Viver card to start burning.
It doesn't make any sense. Just don't worry. I wouldn't worry about it.
He's been knocked out so many fucking times, bro. So
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with that
it's
argument, Luffy, they should already be heading to Wano because his Viver card was burning and should have been burning when he was in the Udon prison.
Whole Cake Island, bro.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
might be on
fucking-
their way to. Actually, don't.
No, because they it started burning and it would have started burning in Whole Cake Island, if that
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna,
like was what we.
I think the Grand Fleet is coming in for like the very, very last clash with like the world government and that
That's
shit.
yeah.
that's how.
That's
That's
exactly what I
exactly
think.
how I.
It's
That's
already
exactly how I see
foreshadowed.
it. They're coming
Because
to the final.
remember their toast, how they were like, oh, these like underlings or whatever are gonna be part of a world changing event, but that's a story for another day, whatever. Yeah, like that's gonna be like the last conflict, where they.
Yeah, if it's not.
Yeah, it's
they're
after a
definitely
lap
gonna
tail,
be
I think.
part of biggest conflict for sure.
Yeah, I think Laugh Tale's just mainly gonna be Straw Hats, Blackbeard, crew versus crew. Then that's it.
You know what I was
Maybe
thinking
they
about
actually
with
end up.
Blackbeard, dude? I hope like I don't really hope, but like if anyone's gonna eat if any of the crew's gonna eat a devil fruit, it would be cool if they like steal one from Blackbeard because he's been hunting the good fruits and maybe he has like one left over or some shit.
So oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant someone was gonna kill Shiryu and then Sanji would eat his fruit.
And
Sanji just he hates the raid suit so much that he has to get the fruit anyway.
or he just like wills turning into invisible, like not even needing the raid suit, just some bullshit power up.
Who?
He just vibrates so fast.
Sanji.
he's invisible.
Just like he just like he just like spins and rotates so fast he turns invisible.
I mean, he fucking he moves so fast that he was
Probably
invisible
could
when he
do
took
something
out-
like that.
Took a hit on fucking oven. Fast boy, bro. By the way, I found the chapter. So it was worded, we accompanied Lord Odin as his retainers everywhere we went. So we rode on Whitebeard's Moby Dick. So I remembered that wrong.
Retainers. Okay.
Okay.
I think I attributed him being retainers of Whitebeard's ship or something.
Oh, I've got something to bring up actually. So last couple chapters, so when Kaido came down from the roof after throwing Luffy off, I was like, okay, he's in the dome now, so I thought that was like more likely that him and Big Mom are gonna clash. I still think they do clash, but him going back up to the roof, like, how do you think the logistics of all this plays out when it comes to him and Big Mom? Because
Luffy and Big Mom or Kaido and Big
no,
Mom?
Kaido and Big Mom.
Okay.
I don't know. I think Big Mom will go back up to the roof.
After
No,
defeating.
she actually wanted to stay and party. She might try to like clean up the floor inside while Kaido's getting busy on the roof.
Yeah. Possible.
In which case, taking her down gets a lot more feasible if it's like her against the whole ass army at that point, you know.
I feel like Big Mom is gonna try to be like be opportunistic and try to take advantage against Kaido when he's probably gonna be a lot more weakened than she is, and she'll use that to her advantage to try to get some information.
Yeah,
I think Big Mom's gonna leave.
I don't.
She might.
I don't
Well,
know.
well, she's got to get the fucking poneglyph first, and how's she gonna get that?
Or she fails and doesn't and just leaves.
Well, then why would she? Then why would she leave?
Leave then, yeah.
Because she doesn't want to get killed.
But she's
No,
really
well,
scared of
I think her ego is too large for her to.
Yeah,
run
why-
away.
I agree. Her pride is like off the charts. There's no
Yeah.
way she's gonna just like run. Unless
Yeah,
she,
yeah,
like,
that's the
unless she
only way is-
actually is like it's like hundreds and hundreds of people all like fighting her at the same time, and she's just forced to.
Yeah.
Even
Just go
then,
back-
I
and
don't
that, even at that point, she'd go back to the ship, and then like, you know, try to regroup and then bring her kids and go fight too.
Even then, I don't even think she'd be like scared to the point where she'd think she's gonna lose this and run. I think she'd just get even more pissed. Like I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't see. her-
Yeah, I don't think she'd run because she thinks she's gonna lose or whatever. She just runs because she's like, the Straw Hat's less important than this thing that I found, or whatever.
You guys
Well,
think
yeah,
Find-
hunger
that
pangs
being-
would be feasible to happen maybe at some point?
No,
No,
please
I don't think
no.
it'll happen.
No, they're coming. She
I
need-
knows
I need
out now
to-
to eat, so it's on the way, man.
It's not. It's not coming. It's not
I
coming.
don't think it's.
Especially with Kid in Law now. Like, I just
Yeah.
I
I
can't
don't think
think.
she's.
I might have to like write down like formulate my few thoughts on Big Mom properly, but like I just don't see her leaving.
Much rather have her getting like taken down here. I mean, I could see it extending to like Elbaf because she's got a little bit of history there, but I don't think there's
A little
enough
bit.
there.
A
I
little
don't-
bit.
yeah,
That's her
no,
entire
entire
backstory is Elbaf, bro. You can't just
Well,
downgrade that to
it's
just a little bit of
It's
backstory.
one of those things
Like-
where like I always see Elbaf as kind of the more of the Usopp and whatever they have going on. Like I don't expect it to be such a. She's already been in 3 giant arcs.
Everyone
just-
that
just 'cause
Usopp
she's-
has a connection to an Elbaf is under Big Mom as a connection. Like
Oh,
I'm
my-
also I'm
Yeah.
also
Just
gonna say
Big Mom's
this.
past is from Elbaf does not mean it's a necessity for her to be in that arc in the
Yeah,
present.
it's not a
That's
necessity.
that's
I
where
just think it's happening.
that's where I'm coming from.
It's not a necessity,
doesn't have
no.
to
But
be
I just think it's
a
gonna
necessity.
happen.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I just
It makes
it's a
sense
very-
either way.
I think it's just as valid to say, oh, the Straw Hats go there like after having defeated Big Mom, and like the Giants rejoice. Like, I don't think.
I think Big Mom needs a confrontation with a giant. I think we need to see that on screen, and that can't happen. Maybe Harudean shows up at Wano and we somehow get it that way. But like he didn't have any stakes with Big Mom personally. He doesn't know about all that shit.
I just
She
see
met-
it, I
she
see
met
it
with-
as like a Zoe. They show up and they basically it's like, oh, we meet with what are their names in Enies Lobby? They meet them. Maybe we
Oh,
even just
the
meet like
Galera.
one of Dory or Bragi who have like they finished their duel potentially. But we definitely meet those two, Kashi and
That'd be
whatever
so
the
cool.
other guy's name is.
Point
Um,
Mom.
and Kashi.
I don't
we
remember
go
his name.
there and then they've heard the news about what happened, like how they did Big Mom dirty, and then again at Wano, whatever happens there, and they get a thank you, and they have like they stop there, they learn some stuff. Usopp gets to go, it's his dream, not his whole dream, but you know what I mean, like he loves the Giants, etc. And it's like a short arc, and then we move on.
I think it'll still be like it won't be like a large arc even if Big Mom is taken down there because everything has been introduced about her and she has no stakes. Like this isn't her territory. Like Elbaf wouldn't be and stuff like that. So we don't have to like introduce all that shit like you usually do. We know her crew and everything. She can get taken down within 20 chapters or so. Because Luffy will now have taken down a Yonko. He's like on par with her at that point, and it's not like a struggle to figure out how to get on par with her. He's already there and all that thing. So
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So I think it's the Shanks reunion arc, but before I go into that,
Shanks is dying, but yeah.
that's what I think he has to meet Luffy eventually. But like before I go into that, is that what you think? Like if Big Mom goes, do you think Luffy just beats her up, and what then? Like
Yeah, I think if she goes, they will see Luffy beat her, and then that's where the thank you comes in.
See,
I
that's
don't think
where
it
I
has
have
to
it.
be like built up or anything to that extent because it's already been built up. Like it could still be a relatively short arc without that, like 30 chapters or something.
That's where I kind of have an issue with I've talked to death about this in like manga chat with Bean and quite a few others, but like it's her going to Elbev after not getting defeated in Wano just to get defeated by Luffy in a fight. Kind of, it just seems like
So I get where you're going with this. I think that's actually why I think it'll happen. So Big Mom has been like constantly like on the back end, like what's the word for it? On the losing end in the public's perception, and she's like getting more and more frustrated and whatnot. So she goes and brings the Poneglyph back to her place, and then goes to Elbaf or whatever. And like at that point, it's like that frustration is through the roof. Like she's looked at as like someone that just can't get the fucking win against Luffy after all this time, and then Luffy finally puts the last nail in the coffin. It's like portrayed in a way that it's like, not built up as much, if
You
that
know,
makes sense, in my
I
opinion.
want to bounce off of that too. What if she goes there with that same frustration, trying to like force the Giants of Elbaf to come under her control to make her the Pirate King finally?
Yeah, I think that confrontation has to happen. I think
Yeah,
we
they-
have to see on screen her having an argument with the Giants about whatever she had done when she was younger.
There's legitimately, narratively speaking, I feel a more solid reason for her to go to Elbaf than just be the end of Big Mom as we know it in Wano here.
Yeah.
I feel
I think there's
personally,
also
just because Big Mom was always an extra in this anyway. So like her downfall
yeah,
never
that's
had to be a
agreeable.
key part of the scenario. It's always been about Kaido. So she could dip without any real consequence here to the story.
I think I want to bounce off of that as well. We had a conversation a while back about how they were portrayed like evenly from I think Fats's perspective as like equal
Mhm.
villains of the arc. But I think now that we've gone on further, like it's shown that Big Mom is less of a focus. Like whenever we see her, it's like one or two panels. Whenever we see Luffy and Kaido, it's like an entire confrontation type of stuff. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
So I feel like
yeah. Like in
she is a
universe.
secondary villain at the moment.
Yeah, in
I feel
universe, they hyped her up as like, yeah, it's another Kaido. It's a second Kaido. She's just as Kaido, but yeah, from like a reader's perspective, she really has been just
Yeah,
basically a commander. in
yeah.
this
Well,
arc.
I mean like
I
as
disagree
a
with that.
as like a narrative focus as a villain, not like as like her being weaker or
But I
anything. Of course.
think this has changed ever
Yeah,
since
what I was
the
saying.
Rocks pirates were like name dropped, and this is basically the rise of the new Rocks. And this, and I don't think it's just about. I think taking down Kaido has a much more significance to the country of Wano specifically. But taking down Kaido and Big Mom here and stopping their alliance from going any further, um, from taking over the world is literally like Luffy's version of basically stopping the Rocks pirates.
That can still happen though, to like from the perspective of the world. So if she leaves and goes back to Whole Cake Island, once again the news can be twisted. It's like she ran and turned tail to Luffy. Luffy scared her off after he defeated Kaido, type of thing. And then she gets
She
frustrated
lost
from
at
that.
Wano.
Yeah, yeah, and she gets even more frustrated off that news, and she goes like even harder on going for Luffy, and that causes her to go to Elbaf.
Like,
And like
I'm
from the public's perspective, that is Luffy getting the win against both of them. And then that gets like nailed in after she goes to Elbaf, and Luffy
And
is there.
even on a technical level, all he has to do to stop the alliance is take out one person. He doesn't have to take out both.
uh,
It needs two
Man.
pirates for the alliance to work.
yeah, okay, but my point is this isn't just about Luffy. Like this arc is, in my opinion, what it's kind of been portrayed as is this whole rise, because it's not just Luffy and the Straw Hats. Like you have 8 or 9 Horse Generation members there, and like 2 Yonkos. This is, to me, like, and then there's all this stuff about the Dawn. It's like the rise of the new generation, as we get closer to the final war and finding Laugh Tale.
But
And
that's
the fall of
still
the old
that
guard.
can still happen the other way.
But I think that was the point of bringing Big Mom here as well. It's just everything converging on this one. Like Wano, we know it's a significant place. This is just the biggest arc in the story so far. I just feel like everything is kind of forming to lead to both Kaido and Big Mom's fall. This arc.
Well, Big Mom coming here is the reason why that news would even be put in the paper, hypothetically. That perception of him defeating Kaido and causing Big Mom to run tail. If she didn't come here, the second part wouldn't be there. So like that adds weight to either argument.
It's just I don't see like a solid, really good like story direction where Big Mom is going to go down so far. You know, like people have been getting the power ups against Kaido and his crew. You know, people have been dunking on the Beast Pirates more than anything.
But,
Big Mom
but
hasn't
then you
really
have Lawn Kid as well. This like where's that gonna go? Like this.
Yeah,
Law-
they're a nuisance to her right now. Though they're not Luffy to Kaido by any means.
Well, we have to let that develop more. Like just
I don't know. Yeah,
I think it's pretty safe to say that they're not going to be that devastating.
I
to
don't
her.
think
yeah,
there's.
thank you, Bean. Fucking thank you.
Adam's
Yeah,
just
you're
a kid
right.
hater. Adam's just a kid hater. I don't want to listen.
No,
No, but
I can-
I'm a fucking but I'm a big ass Law fanboy. Even I know that Law's gonna get his fucking ass kicked.
No, it's not going to be as simple
okay
as that.
with them. No, I'm okay with them like winning against her at some point with like some strategy or something. But in no way are they approaching her on the same kind of like level, power or importance as like Luffy did stepping
Yeah,
up to Kaido.
yeah, definitely not.
No,
That's
we shall
another
see.
thing too. If she goes down, it kind of has to be. I feel it has to be like important the way it happens too. If it's just like Kid and Law doing it, it's cool, but I
Are they
don't know,
not
man.
important? I feel like that's Luffy's like 2 main contemporaries.
But why does Law give a
Alright,
single
Law's
shit about Big
important, come
Mom?
on.
Why does it have like you,
Law
Luffy doesn't have-
Narratively, it'd be weird for Kid and Law to defend
don't-
her, 'cause
I
they don't
disagree
really
with
have
I disagree with that.
specific beef, I'd say.
And
Law
like,
specifically.
Let's have Luffy beat
Yeah.
every single person in the fucking war.
No, but that's not. I don't think that's where we're
That's
going. We're just saying
literally
that
what
it's.
he wants to do.
yes, but that's not gonna happen. Like that's like it's not gonna turn out like that.
Yeah, okay, we'll let Kid kill Shanks. How about that?
No,
Blackbeard's killing Shanks, brother.
What is this? You guys are like the council? Yeah. Well, maybe we can let Kid do that. We'll talk.
yeah,
I mean, I'm trying to give
Alright.
Kid something to do.
yeah. Well, we
He's
shall
probably
see.
gonna end up.
He's gonna
drowning
get his
Big Mom or
moment.
something.
I agree. It'd be a little weird for me if they did just like take her out. I mean, it's important because
Yeah.
they are like his contemporaries, but he's obviously above. Like Luffy's supposed to be like far and beyond them. You know what I mean? Especially at this point with the Conqueror stuff and. Yeah.
He's
Honestly, not
holding off
even-
Kaido
not even-
one-on-one when they couldn't even do it as a group. So it's like there's
Yeah,
clear
of course. He's
theory
above
there.
them. Yeah, but you know, is
I mean, to be fair, that lasted like 2 minutes, but yeah.
Wasn't it like 20 or, wasn't it like 20 or some shit?
It was
over
it was at
20
least
no.
20 minutes.
They said couple
No, it
dozen
wasn't.
or some shit.
Yeah, it was. It was at least 20 minutes.
It was 20.
No,
we
it
did the math
wasn't.
last discussion, Bean.
Because
Yeah,
remember,
that's how we
Chopper,
know it's not, because Chopper has been in Monster Point for less than
Yeah,
30 minutes.
he's been in Monster
Yes.
Point for 20 minutes.
and no, and that was after
Yeah.
that was after Law and Zoro came down.
No, that was like the start of their fight.
No. Everything
Yeah,
that
this whole
happened in
thing
that
has only
chapter.
been going on for about like 30-40 minutes tops.
No, Chopper went into Monster Point the chapter or like the same chapter Law and Zoro came down. So Luffy and Kaido were fighting for that whole time Chopper was in Monster Point. So it was
That
at least
20 minutes went by.
Yeah.
We have a
So,
legitimate
okay,
timeline.
so Chopper went into Monster Point in 1007, and then they knocked Big Mom off the roof. Oh, no, and then, no. They knocked Big Mom off the roof in 1009, and then Luffy started doing Conquer stuff in 1010.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta see the actual different time between that. I'm going
And
to
then-
it. So 1007 to 1010, right?
So yeah, it
Yeah.
was at least 20 minutes, I think.
You said 1007 is when they went. So yeah, it's been 20 minutes since.
Chopper went in 1007.
Yeah, and then it said a few dozen minutes later. Like that's when
It's
Zoro
not-
and
it has
Law.
not
We did the
been a
math
few
last
We
discussion. It
know
was
that
20
for
minutes.
a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at least 20 minutes. Like it.
No, it was at most 20 minutes.
Maximum, yeah, at most it'd be 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Because
there's-
Chopper had 10 minutes left on his Monster Point after Luffy gets kicked off the roof. Which means that he and Kaido were only going at it for about 2 or 3 minutes.
Why?
I hope this conversation only lasts for a max of 20 minutes.
Yeah. True.
I'd say it'd be around
Yeah.
15 looking at this because there's not like any time jumps or anything between when they
Kaido
go down.
goes- Yeah, Kaido goes into his hybrid form before Chopper, or concurrently with Chopper
Yeah.
slapping Queen.
And then that entire like sequence after he goes in hybrid form is like a good 1 minute scuffle. And then they decide to dip.
Yeah,
type
he
of
goes
thing.
into hybrid. They use Hakai, like that only lasts a couple seconds, and then Zoro does Astra, then they kick Big Mom off. That's like only a couple minutes. I'm pretty
It's
sure.
at least 10 minutes of Luffy fighting, I would say.
Yeah,
Kaido 1v1.
yeah.
At least 10. Well, you could say it depends on the translation because people say like they translate 10/dozen the same, but you know that it's at least 10/12 at minimum.
That's still
I
impressive.
think
I don't
that's
care.
just like colloquially them saying that several minutes. You know, it's been a good while is all.
Yeah.
It'll be like 3 episodes when the anime gets to it, anyways.
Point being, he held off Kaido for a decent time. So
Yeah.
A couple of minutes, yeah.
Being you are not budging. huh?
Well, we went over this the last cast. I'm
Yeah,
trying to-
we went over the 20 minutes part. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how I came up with like they've only been doing it for a little bit.
So I just came through. There was no time jumps between when Chopper went Monster Point and when during the fight. That entire sequence of fighting was like on screen basically. And then it cut to them leaving, and then Luffy and Kaido started fighting. So it was a couple minutes of them fighting together after Monster Point happened, and then another probably 15 or so where Luffy was fighting alone. And that's including like before they went down as well, because he was fighting alone before that as well. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh god, man.
way,
I'm just thinking, man. Like if Yamato still had actually has Conqueror's coding, I just remember she still has her fruit as well. Man, she's gonna be so powerful.
She may have-
Exactly.
That's why that
Yeah.
people think it's like, oh, she would just shoot to the top of one of the strongest Straw Hats. But that's
Yeah,
also
she would be
why
number 2.
I
She-
don't
yeah.
think Koda's gonna give her coding because I feel like that's a lot to give her. But it might happen. I don't know.
Well, I'll wait till like we actually
If
see.
Odin had it, she'll have it. Oh, coding. You mean like being
No
able to talk
coding.
about-
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say that what Luffy just got because
Conquerors,
that's
yeah.
crazy. I think she has Conquers at least.
Mhm.
Cankers.
So you think that she's gonna be? How long do you think she'll be able to hold off Kaido without the coding though, all by herself?
Well,
If you don't think she has
hasn't,
coding.
Less time than Luffy, so maybe 14 minutes.
Wait till you see her fruit. Her fruit could
Well,
be.
according to Bean, it won't even be a few minutes. But I think
Yeah,
it's...
Luffy's not gonna have time to get back. I know.
Yeah, it actually may not be a few minutes. Like the arc's been sped up pretty fast. You know, obviously week to week, but not
Yeah.
that much time is really.
I mean,
Bean.
she's...
So now you're thinking it's a
It's-
few seconds?
No, I'm saying the whole. You know, we haven't been here like 12 hours like whole cake. I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like not too much time has passed so far. Like maybe a couple hours tops.
It hasn't been that long.
I don't even think it's been a couple of hours. They've only just hit the mainland.
Maybe an hour. Hour
I
and a
mean,
half.
we had the 30-minute
Still, like-
sequence with Luffy and all and everyone
Yeah.
dipping.
It really just like because she's gotten beat up by Kaido before. I don't know if that would help out in her holding him off. I really don't know how that's gonna play out. It's like depending on her devil fruit, she might have like if it's like an ancient or a mythical zone, could sign off on it being, you know, she could be really durable against him.
It's a good point.
Um,
Actually. Yeah, if it's
Because you know, Ulti in page 1. I mean, excuse page 1 because he just got coding right in his face, but Ulti was able to get up even after the Mazer cannon. So I don't know. I think it'll be fine. I'm curious to see. I don't see coding. I don't see Oda giving her coding. That's just a lot.
Side note for a
There's no other way
conversation
she
we
could
had
fight
earlier,
Kaido.
Bean. The scene where Big Mom knocks page 1 out, he's not in hybrid.
no, he's not. When he jumps on
I wasn't saying that.
Komachio, he's in
Oh,
hybrid.
okay. I missed
And when they
Yeah,
kind of get
I
away,
said,
he goes into full zone.
Yeah, I said he went into his full form when Big Mom came around. Just when he was on chasing the dog
Okay,
or on the dog, he was in his hybrid.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Or if he gets back up again like she did. I'm curious.
He will.
I'm just gonna take Bao Huang's announcement as it is.
That's the thing. She announced it, so I'm kind of like, I think he might be just out.
And I think Usopp moves on to something else on the
Yeah,
left.
I agree. Yeah.
I don't think page 1 is really his fight.
I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I said at the beginning of this arc, like before even the raid even started, I was like, you know how Usopp has a tendency for his lies to come at least somewhat true, or some of them at least.
Yeah.
There's this thing at the beginning of Jaya where he's like, I once took down 10 giant monsters or something. And I was
And
like,
he would help out with the
maybe-
numbers.
Yeah, that's kind of where
Makes
I'm
sense.
leaning
I don't
toward.
know. I mean, Oda sort of made the numbers irrelevant for like the past 20 chapters. Or so.
Yeah, we haven't seen the
And
others.
Not
yet.
even on screen, yeah.
they've literally all got like one shot. Also,
They
just
were-
to
but those
flag-
were all. But those were all drunk numbers.
Yeah.
That was a blatant thing stated that like they're drunk and they're not
Well,
like
the sober one
kinda-
actually got
full.
one shot too.
Maybe the other ones are just really strong. The ones we
Didn't
haven't seen.
Hacha sober up and then Yamato one shot him?
Yeah, but that was Yamato.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yamato,
also very
though.
true. Yeah.
It's not the same as like Frankie or something.
Apu will call the others, and then I don't know. Yeah, they've been pretty underwhelming. But
They've been fun. Like they're just not like big boys yet. Ironically. But yeah, back to the root of that. Essentially, I think Luffy has to be the one to take out Big Mom, just not Kaido or not Kaido. Fucking Christ, not a kid
Like
and
Kid
Law.
Law. Yeah.
Yeah,
Luffy's
For all those reasons we
directly
stated.
declared it
I don't think he
several
takes out-
times now. Like
Two Yonkos in the same arc though. That's why it's kind of
I don't know. That's why
Yeah.
I don't think Luffy touches Big Mom again this arc. I don't. That's why
yeah. I don't think so.
I don't either.
I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
he's
why
going to
I
take
think
it out.
she'll leave once she gets to like a poneglyph rubbing or
It's mentioned for a
Or
reason. There's no
either
way
the-
it wasn't mentioned for a reason.
Yeah.
Like we know she is there for the poneglyph, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
She's looking to
she
break Kaido
originally
away
came
from
to hunt down Luffy, so that's.
Yeah, but her priorities kind of switched up.
She acts on a whim. Like
Mhm.
she could have gone back up to the roof, but she went after Kid instead. So you know, that's how.
Exactly. She acts on a whim.
Well,
Yeah,
Kid
so,
just
like-
kind of insulted her.
Yeah, exactly. So she's willing to just change shit like that instantly.
Yeah, but like the poneglyph thing is mentioned for a reason. That's
Yeah,
not like
I'm
something
sure.
Oda includes for nothing. And then that act
So-
on a whim would be finding the poneglyph and being like, you know what, I can leave. Type
that
of thing.
wouldn't even be a whim. That's like her pirating career. Like that is
Yeah.
a hard goal of hers. So that would easily trump just a couple of rookies pissing her off.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll just add one more thing. Do you think the Kobe Oppo fights are wrapped up in the upcoming chapters? Like
I
back-
think the one that we just had wrapped up, quote unquote, I'm assuming she doesn't get back up, is gonna be the fastest one. And then the others will have like more extensive showings. So I wouldn't say couple chapters, but maybe give it like 10,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Yeah, I
going to be one
yeah.
chapter each, as much as because I think these guys are going to push them.
That'll be like 3 chapters each
Yeah.
time.
I
Be
don't know.
nice.
I think
Yeah.
Frankie's or not Frankie's. I think no, I think Frankie's and Jinbei's are definitely going to be extensive, as well as Robin and Brooke.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty interesting that Sasuke has gone back into human form, given that like it was like a giant dinosaur versus a giant mech. Frankie
Who's Who
Shogun.
went back into human form too.
Yeah,
which is-
but like Who's Who can like he's like a martial artist and a swordsman as well, and like Jinbei's kind of the similar size, whereas like
Hmm.
some Frankie Shogun is like much bigger than human form Sasuke. So
I'm very intrigued on Jinbei's fight. Who seems to know him, so I'm like very curious about what that's about.
Yeah, hopefully we
rest
see it
of-
soon. It's almost become a meme about how Oda will show off these fights. But I have something else to bring up. So in the Flower Capital, we see that there are 0 clouds at all. So a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, this means we're gonna see Sulong again," because obviously, clouds means the
Yeah.
moon shining, which we see in the first panel of the chapter. I think it's not that simple. That the clouds with
Are
Kaido
following it.
are
yeah.
following him. Yeah,
exactly.
I
Because-
think the reason it's showing no clouds is because it's gonna like be like a grim like.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna look scary when
that's
Onegashima's
gonna-
over.
that's
it's
gonna be
like, it's
such-
a
Yeah.
contradiction of what they were saying. Like that's the doom overshadowing.
Dude,
type
that's
of-
gonna be such a
That's
fucking
perfect. And then the dawn will
badass
come. Literally.
spread.
yeah.
Like imagine like just Onigashima just looming over the top of the capital with all the clouds. Oh, that's cool. So cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yep. So I agree. The clouds will follow, and I think we still will see Sulong again because Nami is gonna do some weather shit, so we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Mhm.
With Zeus.
Oh, yeah. And Zeus makes it
better
easier
than
now.
clouds, She can just wave them away.
They could have
Um,
a beam struggle of getting rid of the clouds and bringing them back. Fucking
Oh my
Stupid
god, you know what it
shit.
would be? It would end up being Zeus versus Hera wrestling in the sky.
yeah. They're just fucking going at each other.
Yeah, that'd be great to see.
Anything else, boys?
Is that about it?
I
Um,
got nothing.
I have one more thing. I'm just curious what you guys' thoughts are. Where do you think Kid and Law's role are after this arc? If
Kid's
they
gonna go off on his own.
Law
Law's gonna
has a
stick with
pretty
Luffy.
Law has a pretty set in stone path, it seems.
Well, he's
'cause
like-
I think
his investment in the Will of D just kind of yeah.
and that would like coincide with Luffy's goal, so they're just gonna go together, and you'll learn that through Luffy making it there.
Yeah, and
Maybe
then
he'll
Kid will
actually
come up
go
with
off and,
Shanks stuff, I guess.
Maybe he'll go off and research on his own, then come back with a bit of lore dump for us.
Well, he has to go to Raftel to find it. That information.
He might. He might only have to go to like Lodestar to get it. Was the Will of D like
No,
absolutely?
Yeah, remember in
'Cause I know
967 when Odin says like what they discovered is they said they discovered what the Will of D is. So that's kind
Yeah.
of you kind of figured that out on Laugh Tale. So
I could see him
Yeah.
going.
Plus, if Law would need Robin to decipher any poneglyphs that he might find on some random ass adventure. So
And there's no reason for him to go against Luffy in this goal. Like, he
Yeah.
knows
This,
Luffy would
at
allow
this
him to know
point,
as
yeah,
well.
absolutely not.
No, not
It,
go
this doesn't need to
against,
be. This doesn't need to be a solo thing because it's like their goals coincide completely.
yeah.
No, I'm saying he can go out and do some like extra research, then bring back something for Luffy to actually help with Laugh Tale, not like do it himself.
Maybe he goes off and finds the last poneglyph that's hidden or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not like
exactly.
he's a
No.
subordinate or anything.
I
It's
don't. I
just-
don't think that makes much sense either. Unless
We
he
get a
has
Law
like,
versus Buggy.
unless we find out Law is actually a part of fucking Sword. I don't see how Law would be able to do that.
What does being part of Sword have to do with him being able to find a poneglyph?
So that he would actually have the information network to find it, unlike Big Mom and Kaido, who have like probably one of the biggest information networks in the world and are still unable to find it.
Well, it could be a situation similar to like Luffy and Zoro and them splitting up after Zo, where like they had something else to focus on, but there was something else that came up that they also needed to focus on, type of thing. So they split up for those reasons. So like Luffy might want to go to Elbaf after this or something, right? And they have to go there for this or that reason. And then Law's like, well, I'm gonna make this more. I'm gonna go try to find out information as best I can, in order to make our goals quicker, type of
Yeah,
thing.
I don't think Law is just
Yeah,
gonna like
that's exactly
be
what I was saying. Yeah.
like I don't think the Polar Tang is just gonna be like riding right next to the Sunny for the entire journey of Laugh Tale. I think that would
Yeah,
be
that's the thing. That's what I was thinking about. Like he's probably not going to just sail along again.
yeah,
this
that'd
whole
be a
trip.
little much. I think yeah, I
They'd
do think he
probably
goes
split.
off. I can
Yeah.
definitely see him being on Laugh Tale or
Yeah. Adam, they don't really need like a sword network to find poneglyphs. Law's a smart guy, and he has a sub. Let him dive.
Yeah.
Or anything. It's even easier for him.
Like Adam, the thing is, like, obviously they're gonna find that last poneglyph somehow. Just because Big Mom and them couldn't find it doesn't mean they can't.
And I mean, if they find it, it definitely shouldn't be because of Law, or at least Law by
Why?
himself.
But
I
why?
feel like
That's the kind
that
of
would be like
politics is
that
all
would be
fine
like
and
the most convenient. Okay, well, there's some sort of convenience is obviously going to be needed in this poneglyph.
Yeah,
I would rather Marco just fucking tell them where it is than fucking Law find it in
so
any
boring.
capacity. Like literally any capacity. I would literally rather Marco just be like, oh, I left it on this island. It
Yeah,
would be
But,
just
but Adam, that coincides with Law's goal now. So it's not like this random character that has no reason to go find it is the one that find it. It's like this is his goal, so he's working towards it. He's more focused on getting there and finding that information as soon as possible, type of thing.
And
So like
even
he
yeah,
goes
but
off to
so
find
is
that
every emperor. Every emperor is also trying to find that
yeah, but
poneglyph.
I'm just saying there's that extra weight on it. Obviously, they're gonna find that poneglyph somehow, and it being Law isn't like a bad thing.
well,
Like, there's no reason for it not to be Law.
two things about it. To put on the red as well. These are also like perfect qualities that Law has. You know, he is a researcher. He's a doctor. He's done this in the past. That's his whole character. He looks shit up and then makes a plan and then acts. But on top of that, I've actually got my second point there. But yeah, Law, this perfectly coincides with his character and is literally his goal. It makes more sense for him to do it than
Then Luffy
just
just
getting-
finding it outright. I'd say.
I think it's really just gonna be as simple as the next island they go to is gonna be there, or Marco already knows and just tells them. I really
Marco's not gonna know. It's hidden for a reason. It's not like it's
it
not
was
just gonna
moved-
be that easy.
It was moved from
well,
Fishman
that
Island.
actually reminds me of my second point here. Do we know that they don't know where it is?
Who, the Whitebeard pirates?
No, the emperors, just in general. Like, do we know that it's actually lost to them? Because Inuarashi and Nekomamushi didn't know, but they only knew Big Mom and Kaido because
They probably would have went and got it if they knew.
I think the Whitebeard pirates just watch it just be in like the fucking giant tree on Elbaf somewhere. Like that's I don't know. I think it's gonna be pretty.
It depends. It does depend on where it is too. Because if it's like if it's Elbaf, then they wouldn't be able to get that.
I always
Well, now
thought
that
Shanks
works,
just had it, considering all the Yonkos had one.
Well, it was moved from Fishman Island, so at
Well,
the
one of the
time,
Broncos
That's
will
like
have
the
one.
evidence that it
Buggy.
is against it is the problem. Yeah.
like
We're gonna get
before,
Buggy versus Law, and he's gonna find it with Buggy, and it's simple as
like
that.
from the time of
I would actually love that team up, Red. Unironically,
Dude,
that'd be the
Law
best side story.
Law cuts people up without like causing them to actually die, and like Buggy already does that to himself. It's the perfect matchup, bro.
nah, Buggy's just gonna go to Shanks.
Now that you
Disrespect.
mention it, I mean, Law was the only person I can think of that would bring up, like, he had like what 2 scenes with Robin talking about the poneglyphs.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting that he talks about it so much. I don't know that any other character is like, hey, this is kind of important to get to the One Piece guys. Not to say
Yeah,
that
he's
they
still
don't
getting-
remember, but he specifically has had like scenes like that, and it's like,
He has weight
He
attached to it.
doesn't
Which is
care
why he's
about
looking
the
for it
One
now.
Piece for it.
He
He
was.
wanted to know about the will of D because of Corazon.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
exactly.
him getting set up to like go and
He has
have
the
some fun.
motivation, 100%.
Yeah.
He honestly he could like Law's done some fucking undercover shit, obviously, with like
All of the
Caesar and
world
all
for the
that.
last 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Punk has
But like he could honestly like try to get to Sengoku and have a conversation with him or something like that.
Hey,
did
where's the
not-
red poneglyph, Sengoku?
I did not realize I was not in here, dude. That is crazy. Yeah, my Discord crashed
You
real
went
quick, and
AFK?
it crashed. I rejoined,
I-
and I just didn't realize I
Dude,
couldn't
I
join to
thought,
speak.
dude, I thought you were just fucking tired of us and you left again.
Oh,
That's
you
why-
went- That means
Hey,
that means it's not even on the video or anything.
No,
I
no,
thought you
yeah,
were
no,
bored.
no. It's been recording and everything, but yeah, I
Alright.
wasn't saying anything anyway though, so my bad. Yeah.
I thought you were bored and just left.
Nah, that should have been what I said.
You haven't said a single thing in like fucking 30 minutes, bro.
Yeah, this shit is boring, man.
What,
honestly.
we're talking about One Piece. We're talking about the
One
fucking
Piece.
hidden
I don't even-
poneglyph and shit.
I don't even like that show.
Fake
Actually,
fan,
what
bro.
is your opinion on this path? Like Law going off to do some research.
If
on his
Law
own.
like detached from Luffy's crew to go do something else in the meantime while they're going to Elbaf or something, and then like come back with the final word poneglyph or some weird shit like that.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah,
that he'll ever split off?
Yeah, potentially. I think I have trouble believing, like Adam was saying earlier, that he's just able to do that when literally fucking everybody else in the entire world hasn't been able to, except for whoever moved it or whatever happened there. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, everyone else is only like 2 pirate crews, man.
What, 2 emperors? You mean?
Yeah, compared to
I mean, it's
Law
still
and
only
his
2 crews.
submarine.
So I feel like
It
there is
is
a chance
granted,
that
it is 2 emperors.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I feel like there's a chance that Shanks could have moved it. Sort of like Vic was saying, because obviously Shanks was at Fishman Island when they saw the poneglyph, so he would know that it was there at one point. Or obviously Whitebeard moved it. We don't know exactly when it was moved, but so who really knows where exactly it is? But
I
we'll see.
think Elbaf is Shanks' reunion arc, and the 4th road poneglyph is on Elbaf. I have such a simple idea for
But
Elbaf. I guess.
dude, you don't think that it's possible that Luffy never gets to meet Shanks?
No, that's obvious. No,
we can't say stuff is obvious, man. Like Shanks could very well die before Luffy ever gets him. It would
but,
be
like, I
perfect.
I'm just saying I don't think that
It would be
happened.
so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could happen. That's like the same as do you think Zoro ever fights Mihawk or something? Like, I don't know.
Oh, Zoro's gonna fight Mihawk. That's like a
Yeah.
guarantee. But like Luffy's goal isn't to meet Shanks. That's just like a side thing. Luffy's goal is to become Pirate King. Whereas like
Zoro's
Zoro
goal
wants
is
to beat Mihawk.
It's to become the world's strongest swordsman or world's
Yeah,
greatest.
but that's like unsatisfying. Like Luffy
Yeah.
can become Pirate King without meeting Shanks, and it's still satisfying. But Zoro can't become the greatest swordsman with Mihawk just not existing anymore as the reason.
Like to be fair, he only wants to go after Mihawk specifically because Mihawk is the best swordsman.
Yeah,
but-
like another swordsman could beat Mihawk, and then that would be the new
Mihawk's
goal,
up.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
someone
know. I
else
feel-
is
I feel-
still gonna
I-
go,
I-
but Shanks
I
is
don't
in that
know.
Same kind of.
I feel like both those events have been like set up for over 1,000 chapters or almost 1,000 chapters for Zoro, and like if they
yeah,
weren't to
after
happen,
Mihawk became Zoro's teacher, I really do feel like Zoro should face Mihawk at the end,
Yeah.
but not somebody
Yeah,
else.
100%.
I think that's gonna happen, but the Luffy and Shanks thing on the other hand, like has like weight to it with like hey, when you become a good pirate, give this back to me type of thing. And then like the inability to give it back to him has like some narrative weight there. Whereas like if
Yeah.
Zoro wasn't able to beat his goal the entire time, like that's like a cuck.
It's just
I
like
mean,
crazy though,
yeah.
like the idea of Luffy never having seen Shanks again since he was 7 years old. That's just
I mean,
really-
putting it on
really-
Shanks's grave is like would be like
Yeah,
really heavy. Like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
No,
Tragedy, yeah.
I think they meet. I mean, with the whole Marineford thing, especially when he was like, "I'll be waiting," and then he hears about Luffy's getting very closer and closer to what the goal of
Bro,
hey,
Shanks is just a giant death flag, dude.
yeah, he
I-
is.
I know, I
And like
think
he
he
is
could
one
die,
giant
yeah,
death
I
flag.
think
Shanks is an ace character, bro. Shanks is
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
I don't
an
know.
ace character.
I don't see it that way. I
What?
get where you're coming from, but I
Shanks
don't think
also,
Oda would do that for 20 how many years has it been? And then for them to not meet at all is kind of strange.
well, it's like
mean-
it hurts Luffy. Like that would mentally affect Luffy.
Well, it
and
would-
that's where the positive
I was
impact.
gonna say it would hurt the audience though as well because we want to see them reunite. I think is kind of a big.
I
one of the
am
biggest
more
things.
interested in seeing Luffy's reaction in front of Shanks's grave as his next time, quote unquote, meeting him.
That could still happen. Oh,
That's
what you
like
mean
that
about-
would be him. That would be him meeting him, right? It's like, hey, sorry I couldn't come sooner, but I'm finally returning your hat, type of thing, and put it on the grave, like not Adam,
Hmm.
Bean said, question mark.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna go well with a lot of
think-
people at all.
I think
I
Shanks
don't think a
dying-
lot of things go well with a lot of people, bro.
Yeah, well, but
Ace
I
dying
don't
didn't
think
go
a
well with
setup
a lot.
like that at chapter 1 would be. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he would have done it like that if it wasn't going to. Like
But that's
Shanks gonna
exactly-
100%.
Isn't that what a
would've
red
done.
herring is?
No, that's exactly what he would have done. It
Yeah.
build it up just for this, so
I-
that it's that much.
Well, I
It
think
more-
builds it
I
up.
don't
It
know,
builds
I
it
don't
up. It
know.
builds it
Yeah,
up for
I don't
Luffy.
know.
The entire point is that
Literally-
like it's built up for Luffy as well. Like this is it's like you want it to happen for Luffy type of thing, and
No,
then the
but-
the
okay.
impact of like emotional impact of it not being able to happen, and seeing him like go to the grave and like they bury Shanks next to like Ace and Whitebeard or some shit, and then like he goes to the grave of those three, and like I don't know, dude. I think it
But
would.
wouldn't it be pretty tragic as well? Like if Luffy and Shanks reunite after all this time, they're super happy, like, oh, I finally become a good pirate, a great pirate, Shanks. I'm gonna find the One Piece, yada yada yada. And then Shanks like dies in a couple days to Blackbeard or something, and like just
I think it'd be
done
less
it.
impactful.
I disagree. I think it's like, oh, Luffy finally meets Shanks, but then it's taken away right in
It
front of
would be
him. from-
less impactful because that fulfills the goal.
Yeah, the goal was
Like, the
reached.
comes from it
Yeah,
being
but like
elusive.
it's not.
never
It's
gonna
not
be
even just. It's
elusive.
not just a goal. It's just a thing that I think should like. It's kind of been set up to happen. Like it's just a nice thing to happen. I don't know.
No, I feel like it's been set up to either Shanks is literally like dying, like knife, like sword through the heart, and Luffy sees him, or Shanks is literally dead. Like that's just how I've always seen it as
I-
like, how it was always gonna happen. Like
I
it's
think
just, like,
guys, I
or
think
he's like
Shanks could-
dying.
Have
I
I've
think he
always thought
dies to
Shanks would die
Blackbeard. Like
for him.
Blackbeard
is-
pirates facing red hair pirates is like a thing that's going to happen.
That
Well,
is
it was
so
said during Marineford.
Think
but
of it like this, Evan. Ace and Blackbeard fought each other, right? But the reason Ace wasn't killed in that moment is because he needed to be captured so that he can get the warlord title. There's nothing like that anymore with Shanks. So if Shanks and Blackbeard have like a similar confrontation off screen before they get to meet or whatever, Blackbeard kills him right then and there, and then that's where all that comes in. The thing about wanting to get Ace back isn't a possibility. Like with Shanks, you wouldn't be getting Shanks back. It'd be death, and it'd have like that same kind of like emotional hit to Luffy, where
It's
like shit,
final.
the possibility of me not being able to be with my brother type thing, hitting him there would hit with Shanks in a much larger way, because it's like that loss already happened. There's no potential. There's no hope. He's gone, and then he has to like deal with that at the like brink of like fucking all the big shit in the world happening too. Like he has to deal with that emotional weight amongst like trying to reach a goal. I don't know.
that's
I think
that's really fascinating. I never got the impression that Shanks was gonna get killed like that at all.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's not
think
that-
I
it's
think
not that
Shanks
it's an
dies.
impression so much as it would be a really almost standard story beat to hit with the way things have been set up. You know,
I
it's a
disagree.
devastating loose end.
He's already
But even Luffy,
he's already gotten pushed Ace's death is what I feel. I don't see the need to push him even further again when he's struggling here and want.
Ace's death,
You know what I mean?
as much as it affected him, didn't stick with him. Shanks would stick really hard with him at this
Wait,
point.
what do you
I don't-
mean? Ace's death is. What do you mean? I don't.
Luffy,
Yeah, I don't agree with that,
dealt
Bean.
Yeah.
Luffy
I
dealt with
don't know.
Ace's death really fast.
He just
You know,
forgot
not
about
saying that it
shit.
just didn't. Fuck.
He just rearranged his
He kind of
priorities.
forgot about his
No,
brother.
no,
yeah.
no, no. It's not like he just got over it, but he reconciled with it with Jinbei before the time skip even happened, to the
Yeah,
point
now
where
Jinbei's on
here
the
in
crew. He can
Wano,
just fucking tell him again. What do you still have? My friends. The end,
good-
dude.
The good thing about it is like he's already had that conversation with Jinbei. So if it happens again, we get to see how he reacts in that situation without like needing the pep talk. Like he has to come to terms with it with himself by like remembering what he had learned from Jinbei and pushing
yeah, I
forward.
feel like that'd be a lot more impactful with it too, because of that reason. You know, Ace was bad. I'm not saying it didn't affect him at all, but he dealt with it really fast and just picked up his shit and went back to being a pirate. And you know, it was all because of Jinbei, but still, it happened. If it's Shanks, like the reason he wanted to be a pirate in the first place, that's ripping his heart out. I know he loved Ace, of course, but this was like the whole basis of his character that's now missing from his life.
I don't know.
So
I don't
comparing,
agree.
like, the impact of a death of these between these two characters, I don't think is that they'd both
Frankly,
utterly
it shows a
destroy
lack
him.
of empathy, in my opinion, for the situation. No, I don't know. I don't know why it'd be. I don't know. I don't think it'd be any more or less significant. to the
Yeah.
story.
I only say it would be more now because Ace already happened. That's all. So it would be like reopening a scar
Yeah,
and clutching.
it would hit him
Indeed.
harder, definitely.
Yeah.
I just,
I honestly
I just
I
don't
think it
see
would-
Oda doing that. You know what I mean? I
don't
just don't
see-
think we'll do that.
Well,
I don't see Luffy valuing
think about it.
anyone more than any other person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
actually think it would hit just as hard, but I think he'd handle it differently and like more maturely, and that'd be the thing that I want to see from it.
I
That's what I
think
would
Luffy
expect
like
too, yeah.
actually just was emotionally crushed during Marineford because he saved Ace, like he succeeded.
It
But
also,
then it was like taken away right in front of his eyes, and then he was too weak.
Yeah,
to do
but-
anything.
but
it
he
also,
didn't have
it
a-
also
he
would
didn't-
not
he
be
didn't-
Luffy's fault here.
Yes,
it would be
that-
something
yeah,
out of his
that's-
control in
That's
most,
it.
most circumstances. So it'd be
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it'd be like terrible news, but it's not like, you know, I failed. And I
Yeah,
have
that's
nothing
that's why
left.
Aces crushed him
I
because he was in there in the moment.
I
and then-
wanted to touch on that as well, Fats. Part of why Ace crushed him so hard was also like from Shabandi leading up to. So
That
Yeah, the
yeah,
whole-
yeah.
this week he couldn't do anything. That was his entire motivation, and his whole character after the times was, now I'm strong enough. Now no one gets to get taken away from me anymore. And that's another reason I think it would hit even harder. Like if he lost Robin or Frankie, it would hit just as hard in my opinion. It's not that it's Shanks specifically at that point, so much as he feels he's failed again because he wasn't strong enough to stop this from happening again.
I also
Maybe.
think something
know.
very important is Luffy's not going to lose his hat. so if he meets with Shanks and then
Shanks
Shanks
is-
leaves
I mean,
with the
no,
hat,
no, I
Shanks,
mean,
Shanks is just gonna tell
Shanks-
him, "You can keep the hat. I don't
That's
want
what
it."
I was. That's what I was gonna say. He's not gonna. he's not
isn't
gonna
that
take
also
it back.
lackluster?
No, he's gonna be like, "I don't
No,
care."
but
I
that
got-
makes
I got a new
perfect
hat."
sense. I think.
No,
'cause-
it's so stupid.
I think it makes more sense that when Luffy finishes his journey, he places his straw hat on Shanks' grave.
Yes, I agree.
I still think Shanks can
Yeah,
die.
that's
I still
even
think there's a
better.
very high chance Shanks does die. I just don't. I think they'll meet.
But
first.
there's no point in him
Yeah.
dying after they meet, though.
That's
Like
not
I just don't see
true.
the point.
No, it loses the biggest
not the thing,
potential.
but-
It loses the biggest
Okay.
potential for emotional weight with the goal in mind.
I
Ace-
have,
Ace
I have a
dying-
question.
There's
Ace
no
didn't. Ace
point,
didn't
it just
have that
hits a lot
emotional
more.
like type of like long-lasting goal or anything of like something that he's been reaching to do for a long time. That his death caused by like I don't know, like him meeting Ace beforehand didn't take away anything from that death because like Luffy didn't have a goal to see him and give him the hat or something like that. Whereas like with Shanks, he does have that, so it would add that emotional weight. So like the comparison you made with like it hitting Luffy harder because he was there in the moment with Ace or whatever, like that doesn't like track at all because the primary reason why I think it would hit hard is because of that goal attached being taken away. It's ripped from him.
Wouldn't wouldn't that whole thing mess up the whole Usopp and Yasop reunion?
No,
No.
that doesn't mean Yasop has to die.
Yeah, just like
You
Marco.
don't think it
still
would
died.
affect it?
No, it wouldn't. Yasop wouldn't have to die.
It may actually even
Marco's still
facilitate it
alive.
if Shanks dies and they go and come to the Straw Hats for help or something.
Yeah.
You know?
It'd be weird
don't
for him
know.
to just die. I don't know. It'd be weird for Shanks to die, and then none of the other ones are like they wouldn't be with him or something. Like,
Oh wait,
it
so
just-
you think if Shanks dies afterwards instead, that all the Shanks crew are gonna die instead? Like all
well,
of them?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm coming from the angle that I didn't think Shanks was gonna die at all in the series. But
I think
if
it's
it was
because
gonna happen, it was gonna
Blackbeard
be
has
at
too
the
much of
end.
an attachment to Shanks, with like the scar and everything. Where
Shanks versus
Blackbeard has already
Blackbeard
done
is
that to Ace, and I think he's
different.
definitely gonna do it again to Shanks.
Shanks and
losing.
Blackbeard will fight again, like that was said during Marineford. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It could go either way, but it's weird to kill him like that. I don't know.
And Shanks
I don't know.
isn't beating Blackbeard. If they fight again, he's going to
No,
lose because
no.
Blackbeard is Luffy's villain.
No,
And
I
that
think
adds
they.
more weight to the
That's my
Blackbeard
point. I think they reunite. Shanks goes to face Blackbeard, and then he dies or loses or whatever. Like
But if they reunite, the death doesn't hit as hard.
that's not true.
Doesn't-
Not,
isn't-
I don't.
It is love.
It
Yeah,
takes
it's
away
true,
what I
because-
think the biggest thing is it takes away something like interesting and unique about the death as well. Where like it's just another Ace situation in the situation you're suggesting, but that added factor creates a unique scene for the series that like we haven't seen yet, type of thing. It like adds a new type of emotion to the equation,
Really, the
like
big
emotion of
difference
like
is-
what could have been type of thing.
Yeah, but really the big
I
difference
don't know.
with Ace is Shanks is part of a tangible goal that's defined Luffy's entire life since he was 7. And that goal
Yeah.
actually is like hinges on Shanks being alive for him. It's so much more impactful to have his dream shatter in that way, along with losing his father figure. Or
And
big
I
brother
also
figure.
think it's
That's fair. Yeah,
intentional. I think it's intentional that they gave him 2 large goals, because even if you don't succeed in one, you could succeed in the other. So
Yeah, exactly. So
he wants to become Pirate King. That will add fuel to becoming Pirate King. I can't fail it this time, type of thing,
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah. Also, I feel like he would not want to give Shanks the hat until after he became Pirate King. So I feel like
That was
Blackbeard versus Shanks is
kind
gonna
of
happen
cool, yeah.
before he becomes Pirate King. So
Yeah.
Well,
so
he
there's
said
that.
he wanted he was gonna wait till he became a great pride. He didn't specify, right?
Well, yeah, he's talking. I think we're talking narratively speaking, not like.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just like narratively, I don't think Luffy would consider himself a great pirate until he's like at the Pirate King, which also
Yeah.
proves he's like better than
enough,
Shanks
yeah.
in a way.
And going
So-
back to the thing where, if you had more, go for it.
Then I mean that was about it. Other than like yeah, and obviously I think Blackbeard and Shanks is gonna happen before that happens. So
Yeah, and going back to the thing you, Vic and Evan said about like him just saying you can keep it, I feel like that takes away some of the like entire point of it. And where like if he puts it on the grave, he's giving it away still. That he's successfully giving it away. He's doing what they promised to do. If they met beforehand and they didn't give it away, then it'd be like, what was the point all along?
So I have a question about the little grave hypothesis you guys are talking about. Because when I picture him giving the hat, like this is like epilogue, right? Would that does that also? That's kind of like Luffy hanging up his hat. I mean, literally, obviously, but figuratively, it would feel to me that would mean he's done with piracy.
No, he's become a great pilot. He's become a great pirate. That wouldn't mean he's like done completely.
I don't know. It just kind of comes off that way. It'd be like
I
hanging
mean-
up the straw hat, his whole crew name and everything.
I mean, Shanks didn't stop being a pirate.
Shanks and Roger didn't stop being pirates.
Yeah, they kept being pirates.
Like Roger died. I think.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, Shanks didn't have a reason to stop being a pirate. He still had like the whole world in front of him. But if Luffy reaches his goal, that's as pulling it.
Piracy
Right.
might not even be seen as like a negative thing anymore by then.
Oh,
Like
it's
you
gonna
might be able to
It
you
will
might be able to
be,
just
it's
do
gonna be, dude. There's too many
The-
buggies and too many caribous. It's still gonna be bad.
Yeah, piracy is
not-
gonna stay
Luffy is
illegal.
gonna-
Well, I don't think it'll be as bad
Well,
as when the Yonko were
Luffy
around.
if Luffy helps to like restructure the world and whatnot, are they going to consider the person that successfully did that as a villain still?
Maybe not him, but everybody else.
Still be doing like pirate stuff. He'd be considered a pirate.
Yeah,
So
but
why-
I think the upper Marines, like even if they give him a 5.6 billion bounty or whatever, the only thing that they would Luffy would actually be doing that's like bad for the world is probably inspiring other pirates to become pirates. I don't know, because Luffy doesn't actually commit crimes really. He doesn't like he's not a threat to society. If
Yeah,
anything,
not
That's a
really.
fucking lie.
what he
he
liberates.
commits
he-
crimes in a sense that like he will go against the world government for going against him type of thing, or
But
like his friend.
By the time that, but as the reader, we know the world government are not the, Luffy's actually doing good things for the world. So
Yeah.
Except for like he's making
Well-
people escape from Impel Down, but yeah.
He
Yeah.
will be
Good.
doing good things for the world. He actually isn't yet when it comes to the
What do you mean?
But-
He literally has liberated entire countries and civilizations from
the
oppressive.
That's
government.
true.
No, from when
Government.
Crocodile was a sanctioned pirate, he's still a pirate. He's like going against an evil. That it's
Yeah,
like
he's
they had a deal, but it's not like
Well,
he's part of the government.
he saved that
He
entire country from being
actually-
blown up and
The world government
destroyed from
did
civil war. And the
Place
world
Stuffy and
That's
and
not
Croc
the
into
government,
the.
though. That's Crocodile. being
That's
the
what
pirate
I'm not.
and the
But
leader.
did Luffy make the world a better place after that? Did he did a
Evan,
good
we're
thing for the
talking about the government, though. Like that's the opponent here. Like, yeah, he makes the world a better place against other
We're
pirates.
talking about
He
after
doesn't
the
actually-
final war, where the government has been reformed, like, and they know Luffy is pretty much the savior of the world. Why would they feel he's like some complete criminal who needs to be taken down? Like,
Because he's even still a literal criminal. Like, just like Red said, he's responsible for some of the worst criminals in history getting released.
Yeah,
like,
but
directly.
that's also because like they were going against pirates that weren't criminals and capturing them. Like Ace wasn't a bad dude, but they captured Ace, and Luffy is just going against that mentality almost. Like he doesn't want people like Ace to be captured and shit. That's his homie.
Yeah, I
so
think
he
it's more
didn't
just a
want-
selfish thing than like anything noble.
yeah,
Because-
no, it's not. It's
yeah, no,
it's not. It's not
It's just
noble.
important to keep that context, I think, for Luffy because that's like his thing, selfish.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's
he
why
also
it's
he
not
also
fair.
wouldn't want to like he wouldn't do that for a criminal or anything.
Yeah.
Like so what I think what could happen is that piracy itself isn't like illegal, like flying a flag won't be illegal. But like they will make a distinction of like criminals and non-criminals type of thing.
It might be just like a new balance of powers or system, or like
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know,
it's
the
gonna be
Straw
a new
Hats or
balance of
something.
powers, so.
I really think Luffy's only like main crime when he becomes the pirate king and the world government is going to be reformed with like Smoker and Fujitora at the top of the Marines. It's
All
gonna
of the assault charges on whatever like people piss him off and he just smacks them.
yeah,
That's
I
pretty
just
much
think
it. I mean, I really can't think of an instance where he like, not necessarily out of his way, but he what crimes has he committed?
Roger's
really
greatest
think
crime
really.
was starting the
He
Great
just-
Pirate Era, which caused like thousands of actual criminals to go out to sea and harm civilians. That like Roger actually probably didn't do a great thing for the world, but that would be like
he absolutely did.
No, he did not.
Really not doing that for
You could argue it did because it inspired Luffy as well, and if
Well,
it,
in the
he's-
long run, it's gonna
yeah.
it's gonna be
in
good.
the
Yeah,
long
but-
run, yeah.
To be fair,
It
Very
created like
utilitarian.
negatives.
inspired Luffy. I'm
It's-
just
what
saying.
is that, utilitarianism or whatever. Or fucking
but-
Akainu did nothing wrong. Meant that.
hey,
Yeah, the ends justify the means, yeah.
Bean
But
is
no,
the
they're-
ultimate
they're
world
never
government
going
support.
they're never gonna like make Luffy not a criminal because that's his thing. He may not be some vicious terrorist. Like they're not going to see him as another Zebek or probably Roger, I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe Roger. But he's definitely not going to be like just welcome with open arms by the
No, I
government.
think he's gonna be wanted. Like he's always gonna have a bounty. I think they're just gonna like turn a blind eye most of the time.
I think Kobe just starts chasing after him, and that's just a thing.
Yeah, Kobe, Smoker, Fuji.
I don't think
Yeah,
they
they're
send like
just like,
entire fleets.
oh, we'll
after, like,
get you, but we're
the
not
whole
really like trying
Yeah,
until
I
we,
think
if we
this-
actually, you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's what I see. Yeah, I see that being Kobe's role in the
Yeah.
future. He's just
Makes more
we're gonna
sense.
have some epilogue that it's gonna be a few years of time skip, and it's just Kobe chasing after Luffy.
Yeah.
I
Chasing
don't
after
know. I
Luffy's
feel
kind
like
of
I
a
feel
waste
like
of time.
Kobe and Smoker's like entire goal is hinged on the actual law rather than like their own
Yeah,
beliefs.
but okay, but Smoker and Kobe. Well, first of all, Kobe adores Luffy, even if he agrees with
Yeah.
Zoro, but
Yeah.
Smoker's gonna have that big turn of mind, like change of heart, where he realizes he's already starting to realize the flaws in the government, and it's all gonna come full circle.
Yeah, he always like his entire every time he's in an arc, it's him realizing some shitty thing about the government. Like
exactly, and then-
Alabasta, he told him to eat shit and all that fucking shit.
Yeah,
Like-
and then in the final war, I think he's gonna eventually fight
He's gonna
on
turn. Yeah.
Luffy's side, and
That makes sense.
but yeah,
he might.
I see Fujitora or like even maybe whatever. I don't know what Aokiji's deal is, but it'd be something
if it-
interesting there.
If it comes down to it, it probably won't be Smoker going against the government. It'll probably be the government going against the Celestial Dragons, finally.
well,
the
that's what the
government
final.
going against the
What
Celestial
do you-
Dragons.
Oh, the
What do you
world
mean?
government is the Celestial Dragons are like what makes up the top of the government. The Gorosei.
No, they're above and separate from it. And if
What
it
do you
comes
mean?
down to a reform, it's gonna end up being the world
No,
government.
the world
Well,
government
it's-
was created by
By the
countries
Celestial
coming
Dragons.
together, and their kings became the kings that made up that government became
Celestial
Celestial
Dragons.
Dragons.
Yeah.
They
You
are
think
they
it-
they literally created the government, the Celestial
Yeah,
Dragons.
they created the government, and now it's a separate body from what they consider like the Celestial Dragons themselves. So when it comes down to like the Revos getting up and Luffy finally fighting back, if he has help from the Marines, it's gonna be the whole world government, like that whole coalition of nations against the Celestial Dragons finally. And then that's where the reform is going to happen, because the world government's going to stay. It's probably not going to dissolve at all. But
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, Celestial.
Dragons
When I
is
say world
taking-
government, it's that's what the final war is going to be against the team Celestial Dragons of.
No, I'm making the distinction because the world government, the Marines themselves, could still go against the Celestial Dragons if they decide to pull out like the ancient weapons to wreck everything, and everyone says no.
Well, I think
you know,
there is
the-
still like
no,
Akainu, even if he hates the Celestial Dragons, he's never going to fight alongside pirates or the revolutionaries. Like
I think he's one of those. He's not going to turn. I don't know about that. Some of them might,
Yeah,
but
There's like a
If
couple
they do
people who
something
I feel have been
disgusting
set up, like Fuji, Smoker,
yeah,
Kobe,
definitely.
those kind of
Yeah.
guys. There might like those guys. Maybe they're all in Sword or something. I don't know. Or there's
Garp
like a
is
little
the-
faction that's like against the Celestial Dragons. Also, yeah, Garp, and maybe even Sengoku. I don't know. Sengoku seems like
I
he's
just-
had his share of
Aka-
shit from the CDs.
Yeah, I don't think Akainu
I'm sure
and
there's-
Kizaru are gonna. I don't know.
No, I think Kizaru is just gonna follow orders like he always does. He
Yeah.
doesn't give a
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, agreed.
Akainu
He's
is definitely not. And
Be
then
another
like
Lucci.
We don't
we'll
know
see
about,
Green Bull. Yeah.
Green Bull, yeah.
Green Bull seems like a nice guy. He'll probably side with Fujitora. Like, just with his Akainu
true,
off and
yeah.
nothing else.
he seems pretty chill.
yeah, I think like
they do seem
CP0,
like friends to some degree.
CP0, Akainu, Kizaru, I guess, some secret super duper strong soldiers that the world government are hiding. I don't know. Versus,
Whatever the SSG's got going on too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if the dragons can get like the ancient weapons and the SSG, that may be enough to straight up fight the whole ass world.
Do we know if Vegapunk is really on the side of the world government per se, like, or is he being?
I doubt
like-
it because I don't think he would have helped Kuma if he actually was.
That's
so.
yeah. I got
He's-
the impression that he was gonna be like someone that's gonna help at the very end. or
He was
something
also
like that.
literally arrested
seems
and
to be
taken
coerced
hostage
into it.
almost.
Yeah, exactly. It seems to be like he doesn't really have a choice. It's either this or no freedom.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I still have the theory that so when he made Momo's fruit, it's not actually defective. It's just he didn't want it
He
to.
didn't want them to know that it wasn't
want-
a failure.
We've been going for about like
Yeah, I think
2
this is not
hours.
even
Do you
a.
guys
Yeah, we
wanna-
can. We can wrap it up if you guys don't have anything else you want to say.
That was it for me.
Yeah,
Um,
let's
Yeah,
wait for
but
Naka. Man.
I
That's all
kind of
I'm
want
gonna
to
say.
talk about Queen and Judge and like that connection, but we can do that another time.
We should save that for the Sanji versus Queen fight. Whenever
Yeah,
that actually
and then
starts
we
happening.
can
In,
talk
like,
about we can
5,
talk about
7 weeks.
yeah, and we can talk about King's race as well when Zoro fights King, and it's gonna be great.
Mm,
Oh, that'll be interesting.
When
If he fights King.
Nah, when
So Tengu
yeah.
with his nose cut off. I'm with
When?
Adam on that.
there we go. Thank you.
Alright guys,
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. I'm gonna turn it off. It was fun. It
Mm.
was good. We'll be back from the
Yeah.